All right, and with that, we're live. Hey, welcome back, everybody, or welcome if it's your first time. This is Queersoft. I'm Jesse, and on our series of Good Gay Games, we are with a pretty new game here. I've been looking forward to playing for a very long time. Heaven Will Be Mine. It's the spiritual successor to We Know the Devil. It's all about mechas. It's anime as hell. I'm super excited. Oh, hey, Greg. Oh, first time I've seen the intro screen, and it's fucking great. Holy shit. It's pretty, it's pretty darn good. Hellstar Plus, also known as, yeah, I think she goes by Hellstar Plus on everything. She composed the intro for me, the intro-outro song. It's groovy as hell. Alright, now let's get started. Ooh. Yeah, I legit don't know anything about this game other than everybody loves it, and we got lesbians in space, in mechas. Very excited. Very, very excited. And I played, that was a long-ass time ago, but I played Heaven Will Be Mine. Or sorry, I'm playing that now. I played the spiritual predecessor to this game, We Know the Devil, on here a long time ago. That is also an incredibly good game. A short one, but very good. We have a character selection screen this time. Hell yeah. Factions, Celestial Mechanics, Self-Ship String of Pearls. Celestial Mechanics Reserve Test Pilot. Celestial Mechanics want to advance humanity to its next stage. Ooh, and Saturn wants to flirt, but there's no reason we can't do both. Combat style button mashing. Bedroom style button mashing. So good. These are very, very good character descriptions. Ooh, Luna Terra. Faction the Memorial Foundation Self-Ship Mare Chrysium. Memorial Foundation Ace Pilot, fighting for the pilots to join the rest of humanity back on Earth before it's too late. Ooh. That seems maybe better than Next Evolution of Humanity. That, like, anytime there's somebody who's like, we're gonna get humanity to transcend to the next era, is like, a little questionable. Oh, good at sniping, espionage, double-crossing, and ghosting. Ooh, bad at loving herself and everything else. Ooh, oh wow. Okay, same Lunaterra. Ooh, Pluto, hello. Cradle's Graces. Self-ship Kroon Makula. Cradle's Graces ultimate weapon pilot. Even if Earth has given up on a new life for humanity in space, Cradle's Graces hasn't, and Pluto will make that dream come true. Like succulents, nice. Good girls, also nice. Crushing both kinds, solid. Everyone. Dislikes is trying very hard not to have any. I'm down with that. Don't know much about any of them yet, but I like her attitude. It's good. I think Saturn is the first kind of starter default character though, so I think we will start ahead with Saturn. I know I'm pretty sure, like any visual novel, there's different endings for every character, and ooh, I'm loving these aesthetics. Ooh, this is right up my alley. Welcome, Provisional Test Pilot Saturn. Your clearance is level 1, testing and maintenance. Warning, potential damage to cockpit hardware detected. Modifying or tampering with cockpit hardware and or firmware is strictly prohibited. Saturn, what are you doing? Notice, bypass override accepted. Notice, launch attempt blocked. No handshake with base. Oh, hey Mercury. Not much. What about you? Warning, launch attempt blocked. Base handshake spoof detected. Just hacking the OS root of this ship cell. You. It's good. Also, from what we saw in the last game, the writing team for this game and for We Know the Devil is a very, very good. Oh, base handshake accepted. Trying to stop some brat from hijacking the prototype, apparently. Notice, emergency launch override initiated. Prepare for launch in T-minus 120 seconds. Calm down, Mercury. I'm just borrowing it. I am not debating. I'm trying to save your life. The commander will be furious, and he won't just accept you stealing the Cornerstone project from the designated pilot. Oh, it's not a big deal. I'll have it back before you know it. This is privileged information, but the designated pilot has to launch right this second to get that machine back to Earth before they get here. This is the worst possible time. It couldn't be worse if you planned it. Which means she didn't plan it. That's a good sign. Everyone in this system suddenly, somehow, knows this base's location, and they're headed here now. Notice, user launch override blocked, denied by base. Oh, wow. Weird. How did that happen? Notice, user launch override blocked, denied by base. Oh god. This can't be good. You planned it, didn't you? You forgot an apostrophe. Base override. Remote shutdown in 30 seconds. I don't know yet. I'm liking Saturn quite a bit yet at the moment. No one can prove anything, especially not the designated pilot unconscious in locker 27. Holy shit. Whoops. Looks like they're trying to kick me out, huh? Saturn, I know you're mad, but you can't just do this when they catch you. It's going to be so bad. Can you please, or can you just please act like you're just pranking them? There's still time. I will beg them. Oh, such a worrywart. You've got hours to evacuate to the capital ship. They'll never engage you this far from base, and I'll be distracting them. I have it all figured out, which is exactly what someone says when they don't have it figured out. Except for, how are you going to do anything at all to accomplish that with everyone trying to kill you? Base override. Remote shutdown in 20 seconds. Saturn, try to have a little faith. Base override. Remote shutdown in 15 seconds. Saturn, calm down. Jeez, it doesn't take a genius to drive one of these things to the moon. Who cares which one of us does it? Or do you think I can't? Alright, base override. Remote shutdown in 10 seconds. That is not the issue. The commander cares, and you know better than anyone what he's like. Remote shutdown in 9 seconds. Iapetus will have to just get used to it, lol. Lol. Remote shutdown in 8 seconds. Saturn, what are you trying to prove? Remote shutdown in 7, 6. So much, Mercury. 5. But give me a little credit. 4, 3. I have much higher ambitions than just being a bitch. Fair. Fair. Me too. IFF sequence missing. Base override canceled. Oh, I almost got worried for a sec, lol. Welcome, assigned pilot. Full permissions granted. Saturn, I'm going to die, and it will be your fault. Aw, come on. I'll get this to the moon safe and sound, and let the severance project be complete. We're getting a little bit of lore, maybe. I'll be very good, maybe, and do everything I'm supposed to, maybe. I know I'm the second choice, but they'd rather have that than nothing, right? Very generous of me, isn't it? They will not accept that. They will sort of have to, though, won't they? If Command didn't want me to steal one, they shouldn't have benched me indefinitely. Warning, emergency launch initiated. Let me know when he starts admitting it. Warning, hostile launch, catapult locks on. High risk of damage to your ship self. Jeez, now they're just being needy. Mercury, isn't it just the worst when someone who doesn't care anymore starts clinging just because you found someone new? Notice, prepping weapon systems. Electrotoxin levels surging. Weapons operational. So gross, lol. Emergency launch initiated. Holy shit. Saturn. Saturn is a very primo character. Can't believe I really did it. I really, really did it. Everyone who said if I was good, I'd get my chance again sure was a liar. I got away, and I've got a ship, and she's all mine. You're beautiful. I want to know everything about you. I've missed this so much. Much better than the test machines when I was in the academy. Ooh, she was in Mecha Academy. Ooh, she is beautiful. She's a wicked machine with a lot of secrets, and just as giddy as her pilot to be free. She's extremely responsive, eager to do everything Saturn wants. Ooh, okay. So not just pilots, or not just like machines to be piloted. I'm getting very strong like Pacific Rim, Evangelion, like gotta link your brain to it and they're like living things. It's some very Eureka 7 mecha shit right here. Sorry, Edeka 7. You're not even worth reading the manual for. What's in you? You're not hiding anything from me, are you? But Saturn already knows everything in the manual, and more. It's a very cagey document that doesn't do the ship justice, and is certainly hiding something. Ooh, okay, yep. This is some prime mecha stuff. They're not gonna give you all the information off the bat. There's plenty of information on how to use her electromagnetic poisons, and how to cheat distance and gravity, and all of that is fun, but none of that tells her the first thing about how to be a ship. Yeah, they're doing some mental link stuff. This is useless. How can this help diagnose anything when they don't know the first thing about being a ship? So wrong. Way too dry. It's not what it's like at all. It's a body that's also a soul. It means exactly what it is. That's why it's small. curved and wicked edges in some places, but curved in soft ways elsewhere. Sharp claws and deadly tail, but cute enough to hug. So perfectly suited for Saturn, one has to understand exactly why they wouldn't give it to her. Really perfect. Fits better than a human body. Ooh, word up. Give me that mecha body. I'm done with my human body. That's a reason enough to disobey everyone and run off with it, isn't it? Oh, speaking of... Aw, more threatening emails from, Iadipus. Missing me already. I gave him a perfectly good deal. For someone who always goes on about mutually beneficial arrangements, he's really having trouble seeing the big picture. In the time it takes him to realize that, I'm sure I can find something fun to do in this system. Time to test you out and see if it's really true. Can you give me everything I want, down to the last drop? Ooh, we're keeping a lot of mysteries from us. It's January 1st, 1980, and the long and cold war, where humanity united against its nemesis, an existential threat from beyond the stars, has been over for a long time. Since the 50s, we've been fighting a war against an existential threat that we cannot understand, cannot perceive, and is powerless against the technology of Earth. That is a pretty stupid sort of war to fight, isn't it? When there's enough of a mess down here to worry about, humanity is already the undisputed authority of reality, and we have the physics to prove it. It's time to return to Earth, our home, the seat of the universe. Before Earth takes us back in pieces, let's go home with grace. On the first anniversary of the decommissioning of the International Space Program, we, Memorial Foundation Native Sphere Existential Safety, in agreement with our home planet's unanimous decision, declare there is no future for humanity in space. Let's come home. Signed, the Return Resolution, Memorial Foundation Native Space Existential Safety. Wow, okay. It's January 1st, 1981. It's been 1 year since we declared independence from Memorial Foundation and the rest of Earth. The Cold War is officially over, and it feels so light without their gravity weighing us down. How can a tiny handful of colonies, terraformers, and schools hold out against the full authority of Earth? Because that shit doesn't fly past escape velocity. To power the ship selves we made to fight the Cold War, we made tidal resonators to bring the gravity necessary for humans and culture to survive in space. And that gravity is ours now, enough to make a new world free from the weight of Earth. If Memorial Foundation wants to kill the future, they'll have to come and take it from us. We're thankful for our Cradle's graces, but we're not coming back. Independent Declaration, Cradle's graces. Oh, are these? Yeah, these must be the different, the different factions we could have picked with our different characters at the beginning. It's January 25th, 1981. Memorial Foundation and Cradle's Graces have been having fun for a little over a year, and nothing is breaking the stalemate. Earth is getting impatient. They have good reason to believe that the existential threat posed by a divided humanity in space is much greater than any theoretically malevolent entity outside the native sphere. While the kids are fighting, Earth is getting ready to list the humans remaining in space as part of the existential threat, and when they do, they'll send real weapons and end this war fought with plastic toys. Their justification? We are technically less than 100% human, just not human enough to be something else. It's hard to believe they're really on to us. It's time to make a drastic move. Bring our final piece, the prototype ship self string of pearls we made in the atmosphere of planet Coronis, which will never be Saturn, to the lunar gravity well, where Memorial Foundation and Cradle's Graces are already headed. Whoever controls that place controls human access to space. We can be sure everything will be in place there. Earth or space, we are just short of 100% human. So let's see how much less than 100% we can get. Ooh, internal report celestial mechanics. That gave me chills, not gonna lie. Alright, day one. Ooh, there's so much I don't understand yet. Oh my god, I love the way this menu looks. Saturn return. In the strange gravity of the abandoned Daphne's lab, Saturn lies in wait for the looming threat of Pluto's mysterious ship. But what are they after? And what will they get? Ooh. Oh, are these like different missions we can take? Weaving in and out of the 6 planets' rings, Memorial Foundation's ace, Lunaterra, plays cat and mouse with the renegade ship thief, Saturn. Ah, okay. We got all kinds of things over here. Mail and alerts. Subject, your apparent promotion. from the Celestial Mechanics Division lead, from Iapetus. That's the one we've been hearing about. Good job, Saturn. There's no point in being angry with you, so I'll choose to be proud of you instead. I'll refrain from having you sunk, since that's counterproductive to our intentions for that unit. You are a reserve candidate, after all, so you'll do fine. Try not to make it too much of a pain in the ass for me. I'll have Mercury reassigned to you since he apparently doesn't have a say in the matter. How nostalgic. That's right. That's who we were just hacking to steal the ship from. The two of you had so much potential. Well, he knows how to do his job, at least. Do your best to not get the string of pearls sunk. Yeah, I guess that's the mecha we just stole. We'll absolutely wash you out of the biological interface and reassign you permanently if we get the chance. So prove you're competent enough and neither of us will have wasted our time. Iapetus, division lead of the Celestial Mechanics. Right, I guess that's the faction we just stole from? Truce ending, effective immediately from the Native Sphere Mass Communication and the Memorial Foundation Existential Safety. It's going to take me a little bit to remember a lot of these names. To all members of the former Memorial Foundation Native Sphere Existential Research Division, now known as Celestial Mechanics, this message serves as a formal acknowledgement that this branch has violated our trust and broken the provisions of the 1981 Memorial Foundation Consensus by violating Clause 3, the development of a variable gravity engine, and Clause 7, installation of a variable gravity engine into the ship self String of Pearls. Celestial Mechanics will no longer be listed as part of Mechanical Foundation. They will be formally relisted as an independent entity and considered a true existential threat by Memorial Foundation Native Sphere Existential Safety. We are still offering forgiveness, so please defect as soon as possible while the appeal grace period is still in effect. Please otherwise expect tidal retaliation for existential endangerment of human culture. Halamede, Princess, Memorial Foundation Native Sphere Existential Safety. Oh, that was the princess. I didn't give her much of a princess voice. You know what? Actually, that's fine. Her voice can be whatever. Oh, yes, give me a chat room. Alright, that's us, insufferable horror creature. Forward all complaints to Mercury. And there's Mercury of the bridge. A boy in space on purpose. Consummate bridge buddy. Not responsible for Saturn. It's true, only we are responsible for ourselves. Don't talk to me. You literally messaged me first, you nerd. OMG. Harpy. Come on, baby. I'm sorry. What can I do to make it up to you? Give back the ship. Come on. I'm obviously not doing that. Sorry. Please. I'm begging you. Listen to reason. You have so much to live for. Oh, Mercury. Come on. We both know that's not true. What do you want from me? A list of girls who will shoot me out of orbit? God. Anyways, don't be a crybaby. I'm fine. Saturn, you are extremely wrong if you think that there is a chance I am at all worried about you. If you come back, all will be forgiven, but you need to bring it back. Mercury, it's fun playing, but I don't think you've been listening at all. Mercury, it's not that ship anymore. It's me. Mercury, you wouldn't ask me to give up my own self, would you? I'm sailing on a ship of myself now, and I'm not giving it up until gravity drags me back kicking and screaming. Ugh, I can't deal with you. Aw, thank you, baby. Kiss, kiss. God, she is something. Saturn is a lot to deal with. Poor Mercury, I don't envy you. You are a nightmare, and I'm giving up trying to save you from yourself. I love you. I hate you so much. You can't stay mad at me. I can't, and it's horrible. But my revenge will come because literally everyone else in the universe can. Oh, darn. Guess I should have fun while it lasts. Saturn, if you defect, I cannot protect you. Iapetus is furious, and he's going to come personally for you if you don't come back. I told you I'd do all the missions. Why don't you what? Oh, don't you believe me? Lol. Obviously not. Well, fair. Okay, let me ask you this. Do you think I'd give up on the Eversion project? Go on. Iapetus wanted us to fight for a new self beyond a ship self. But not even get a taste until the end? Fuck that. My house now. Bitch, this is my house. Tell me, which of the two of us you trust less, Mercury? Channel closed. Not even dealing with that shit today. Alright, that's fine. Ooh. Okay. Oh, no, that's our Yeah, that's our data log. That's everyone we talked to. That was the ship we got. Okay, that's good. If we miss anything, we've got a log waiting right there. Oh. Oh, here we go. Yeah, these are the different factions. There's Cradle's Graces, Memorial Foundation, which looks very Illuminati-esque, and Celestial Mechanics. Oh god, I love this so much. Aesthetically, I love all of this. It's very good. Okay, alright. Saturn return. Saturn lies in wait for the looming threat of Pluto's mysterious ship. Or we play cat and mouse with the renegade. Yeah, Lunaterra plays cat and mouse with the renegade ship thief Saturn. Let's go with that. Joyride Killjoy sounds very fun. Let's launch. Here we go. Oh, there's Mercury in color and ooh, groovy space synth soundtrack. Hell yeah! Oh my god, I'm gonna say it like a million times. This game, all the aesthetics are like right up my alley. I love this so much. Please tell me how long you're going to be engaged in this. May I stress again, incredibly dangerous, giant waste of time? Until they start sending someone interesting after me, Mercury. The whole fleet would be after you if you hadn't damaged the entire launch hangar when you stole that. Could they even take me out while I'm flying this thing? No, but won't stop them from trying. And let me stress, this info packet is a gift purely to prevent your ship self from falling into enemy hands and not an indication of any sort of forgiveness. But let me worry about Iapetus, Mercury. He's gonna be a lot less grumpy when I clear the way for us and Celestial Mechanics to return to the native sphere. I've got it all figured out. Yeah, which is what somebody says when they don't. Hey, Megalomaniac, welcome back. Welcome. How are you doing today? How's everybody doing today? I am very happy now that I'm finally playing this game. I bought it the day it came out. I was waiting for this non-stop. I just haven't had a chance to play it though, so here we are, baby. Oh god, I love this. I love this so much. You absolutely don't, but okay. Did you read the info packet? Ace Memorial Foundation pilot Lunaterra in hot pursuit with escorts. Planned an attack on the lab. Arrived after you escaped. Do not engage under any circumstances. Boring. But this part was good. I don't expect you to control your impulses, but even given that you're just like that, she is the last person you should be trying to fight on purpose. Sounds like I should definitely fight her on purpose, right? I hate you. Oh, come on. The carrier is never going to make it out of the system if I don't. You don't know how to pilot your ship, and she's a veteran since the Cold War. You're going to get yourself captured and humiliated and the ship trashed. So you're saying there's no downside? Why are you doing this to me? And she's 6'1", huh? Your attention to detail is so useful sometimes. Oh, she's getting thirsty for the 6'1" girl? You're using me to cruise? Your taste is so awful. Ugh, I hate you. Oops, looks like one of her escorts is in range. Sorry, gotta go. Surprise is all I've got, you know? Oh, here we go. It's mecha battling time. I wish Europa would stop sending me boys who can't control themselves. Having fun dismantling my escorts? With the string of Pearl's fingers, Saturn carefully peels the mechanical musculature out of the poor ship's arm she's holding, a souvenir of the last of Lunaterra's escorts that she sent crying too easily back to their base. Ooh, we're an ace pilot. We're doing some shit. It's still sparking and oozing, and Saturn wishes her ship had a mouth so she could suck it out like crab meat. Ugh. Ooh, that's mecha gruesome, and I love it. Ooh. Maybe it doesn't have a mouth. Or maybe it does have a mouth. The machine has many mysteries the manual doesn't explain, and Saturn is still learning them. True, a lot we don't know. Many mysteries still to be found. Though I suppose Europa's learned her lesson about sending me girls who can't control themselves. Oh, really? Hey, that's really interesting. Mind telling me more? Oh, she's a hacker too. How amusing. There's nothing too interesting on this comm frequency. Aw, you flatter me. But hey, what did that mean exactly? The part about the girls who can't control themselves? I really want to hear more. It means back up that talk first. Or can you land a hit off the comms? Ooh, I like this a lot. Lunaterra's gravitational field focuses to a single point. Lunaterra isn't budging. She's been through much worse, and so is her ship, followed always by a thin trail from a bleeding wound she never could completely repair. The Mare Crisium is over 2 decades old, but Saturn can't even land a hit. It's regal and stiff, dressed in cold metallics, weathered and refurbished, the archetypal prototype for all other ship selves, still going after all these years. Still furiously untouchable, the string of pearls hasn't gone down no matter how much she's been rammed with that spear, and she hasn't even nicked Lunaterra's ship once. Oh wow. Not bad at all for a joyride, but you can't get one hit in? Good thing you don't win by looking cool. No mercy for newbies? No. Maybe we should have picked the other mission. I don't know if Saturn was ready for this. Lunaterra puts a stake of solid light through the string of pearl's leg, pins it to its own gauze wrapper. It doesn't hurt at all. The ship's metals begin molding and reforming around the wound immediately. Ooh. A ridiculous, unfair advantage. Saturn has no right to complain, but she still wants to. But she's trying to be cool. Everyone wants to, when in the quiet gleam of that always bleeding ship. That's a pretty amazing ship. Think it will last? Either you're fighting just for fun because you're that reckless, or you're caught in your own containment wrapper and can't escape orbit yet. And you'd beat me for sure if I played around. I'm not done yet. That's not true. It's actually very difficult to move with a solid light bullet in your leg, but she's not going to let that stop her. Saturn is suddenly closer than she logically could be, claws bubbling, but Lunaterra effortlessly slips away and kicks Saturn's ship directly in the chest. Yeah, you're done. The containment wrapper is still stuck to you, so your movement's off. Doesn't seem to have stopped you that much. Right? It was so rude of them to try to stop me. No, look at her little pouty face. It seems cruel to take it away when you're having so much fun with it. Same as you, right? Do I know you? Everyone knows Memorial Foundation's perfect ace, but do I know you? So I do, don't I? Let me out of this thing and I'll tell you. Why should I? Because you can't help yourself. Besides, don't you want a real fight? Can you promise it'll go different? I can promise it'll be more fun. You're asking for me to totally abandon my duty to bring you back and do that instead? What, you won't? The legendary pilot who defected from Memorial Foundation, then double-crossed the rebels she abandoned them for, can't be opposed to a little fooling around with the enemy? Oh my god, she got her mecha leg shot and she's gonna take this opportunity to flirt? You know what? I agree, that's a big mood. I guess you do know me. Wanna trust each other? Or is it more fun if we don't? Ooh. Ooh. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. These are our choices? Wow, this is a very interesting system. It's more fun if they do, and Saturn gets embarrassed. Ooh, we can betray, and this outcome favors the Memorial Foundation. Or it's more fun if they don't, and Lunaterra gets owned. Which is loyal, and outcome favors the celestial mechanics. Ooh. I'm still trying to learn all the factions. I don't know a whole lot yet, and I don't know. Let's keep it. Gosh, both are good. Let's stick to the owning though. Celestial mechanics advances, opening futures. Different things are changed. Different things are gonna change. I'm very excited. I know there are multiple routes in this game. I'm impressed. Most people would be nervous to have a knife this. Oh, I didn't mean to click out of the game there. Most would be nervous to have a knife that's this near their throat. It's not like you can hurt it, so there's nothing to be nervous about, is there? That's true. But you're so new to this, I thought your brain would be overriding the information from the ship. Maybe I'm not new to this. Oh, you were a candidate, so I think that might be true. But you're also trembling, so I think it's not completely true. I'm still very dangerous, you know, Lunaterra. I believe that for sure. You wouldn't be trembling, you wouldn't be trembling if you were in my shoes? Less so. People tremble for a lot of reasons, though. I don't have anything to fear, so please don't project that on me. Well, if you're fearless, what is it then? It could be anticipation, couldn't it? This is very foolish of me. It really is. I have you right where I want you, remember. Oh, that might mean I have you too. Your claws are twitching. I thought we promised not to trust each other. I still don't. Then you must really like living dangerously if you're still helping me. I'm having fun. I can tell. If you want to know so bad, That's why I didn't like you. Because you were a test pilot and never got to fly before the end of the Cold War, while idiots like me got to? Huh, I thought so. But that's enough. Hold still. Everyone let you have as much fun as you wanted. You were a huge jerk. He was a big old joik. Yeah, I'm a little bit confused. Yeah. Oh, hey, Robert Juice, welcome. I'm not part of the LGBT, so I don't really understand any of this, but so I'll try. You know, even being very gay, I'm trying my best. I think there's a lot of subtlety here that maybe I won't get until we keep going later. And we also like don't know anything about like the world or the story quite yet, so there's still time to figure this out. This interaction though is definitely horny. They're flirting on the brink of death, and that's beautiful in its own way. Everyone who let me get away with it regrets it now. There, done. Thanks for all your hard work. I should leave you something to remember me by. Oh, ready to fight for real? I sorta already did. And Saturn has left a claw mark of hot pink poison seeping on Mericrisium's thigh. Ooh, how's that? I finally did get a hit on you. Good job. They break away, rocketing. Just a little love bite. Pay me back for it next time. Trust me, I will. Ooh, they got a little, that's definitely horny. They're having a little horny battle. And they're flirting the entire time. It's good stuff. I'm straight and I don't watch Twitch often. Ah, no problem at all. Well, thanks for joining for this one time. Mercury, listen, it's an emergency. I'm sorry about everything, but it's important. You have to tell Commander that I'm getting so laid. I'm logging off. Bye. I was not fooled for even a second that this would be useful. Really? Not even for a second? I no longer experience hope as a concept. You freed me from it. Aw, stop. I'm blushing. What do you want from me, Saturn? Do you know any discreet places to make out in on Aries? Goodbye, Saturn. Also, here's the test output to date. Saturn? Goodbye. Aren't you going to read me the data analysis? If it is indeed data, you are indeed sending this time and not just nudes. That's rude. I always ask before I send them to you. I don't mind acting as the official art director of Saturn's nudes since you need it so badly, and it's substantially less tedious than data analysis. But if you were as punctual about sending data as cockpit selfies, I would have a lot more data to report. Ah, man, that's good. Yeah, Megalomaniac's right. It does mean a lot that you came to this channel. It's so true. Thanks for stopping by. Why are you so incredulous all the time? You stole the prototype, might I remind you? You can't just continue the field testing as if nothing happened. What? Why not? Because why would you do anything you didn't want to? Gotta send him a little winky face. I mean, it's not wrong. What are you planning? Ugh, fine. They've been dying for it anyway. Cool, how'd I do? This is not bad. It's pretty useful. He typed through tears. Don't rub it in. I can't believe your ship self's expanded so much already. What have you been doing with it? I think I have been hinting very clearly how... Ugh, I instantly regret this question. You're supposed to test the prototype in combat, not mecha flirting. Same difference. I can't believe we invented a ship designed to get into trouble and didn't think, oh, Saturn is the obvious choice for this. Hey, we both know why. You were an even more obvious choice than me. Fuck Iapetus for throwing us both out like trash. Come on, aren't you a little happy to see a little havoc in his perfect garden? I'll be looking forward to you collecting new data. Atta boy. He agrees even if he doesn't want to admit it. Alright, so thanks to that choice we made, we have 12% more favor with the celestial mechanics. Again, I still don't entirely know what that means yet. Oh. We've got some more mail and alerts. From Generation 3 pilot intake, Memorial Foundation Celestial Mechanics extract. Oh, I didn't mean to click out of that. Don't worry, it's just a checkup. Historically untrustworthy scenario. It's just questions, I promise. That's not really a great way to set my mind at ease. Okay, let's just answer the questions, okay, wise guy? Yeah, okay, M must be Mercury, for sure. Fine. Have you experienced a sense of vertigo or loss of balance for a period lasting more than 2 minutes in the last month? No. Have your eating habits changed at all recently? No. No, Mercury, please, work with me. Why? You work with me. If I absolutely promise neither I nor anyone else would do anything at all to stop you from being exactly who you want, or from whatever changes you need, would you at least answer my questions? Sometimes. Maybe. Okay, that's good enough for me. We're just curious if it's a side effect of life in space, or the educational programming of Dr. Nix, or in reference to the behavior of Iapetus. No, that's backwards. Everyone else seems to get to do whatever they want without limits in space. Why is it weird when I do it? Well, we want to test the effects of space alone, so self-induced changes have to be controlled for. Don't ask what's in my endocrine system. It's my endocrine system. Fine, it's testosterone, and I put it there because I wanted it there. Is that enough? Oh, hell yeah, Mercury's a trans boy, I think. I think that's what they're getting at. Well, I guess that's what I needed to know. If you promise not to ask me about it again, I'll give you all the data I cataloged about the changes. Okay, I get it. You're starting to get it. Stop treating me like a girl, and I'll know you've really got it. Yeah! Oh, hell yeah! So much more respect for Mercury. It's a good game by good people. Alright, recommended tactics, extracted from Nerid OS. Author, a ship self-string of pearls documentation. Oh yeah, okay, so that's the ship that Saturn stole. The string of pearls is configured for specific outward expressions of gravity, tidal forces. Okay, cool, we'll get a little science corner to explain more of the lore. The dissonant rhythm of this reactor makes peaceful tidal communication risky and difficult. Be cautious, despite the range and penetration this unit is capable of. Wink, wink. The electromagnetic conductors have liquefied the electrical energy into a corrupting material, a form of theoretical matter that should be used as the primary engagement tool. As a seducer-saboteur model, the unit's functions are inherently insidious. Rather than armor, the plastics are infinitely malleable and regenerate. It is safer to take damage head-on as an opportunity to infect rather than avoid, but the unit can be contained, restrained, and impeded physically and tidally. Ooh, okay. So yeah, I guess that's kind of what we did to Luna Terra. Lured her in, and then I guess our little claw thing injected a little bit of poison into there. Okay, Joyride Killjoy is done, so I guess let's do the Saturn return mission. Yeah, in the strange gravity of the abandoned Daphne's lab, Saturn lies in wait for the looming threat of Pluto's mysterious ship. Oh yeah, Pluto was, another one of the characters we could have picked, but didn't. What do you mean I can feel her presence? Please do not try to sound that cool. I can feel her presence. Everyone can feel her presence. I can feel it right now. How could you even possibly ignore something like that? Shut up. I mean, I can feel it physically. Oh. Wait, what? Like how? Like, I feel like I'm gonna throw up. It's like I'm spinning upside down and can't stop. Are you sure you haven't somehow concussed yourself or given yourself gravity sickness from all of the damage you managed to inflict on yourself in the past 12 hours? Yes, and it's on top of all that. And also, shut up. String of Pearls is feeding me sensory information on the direct line. I'm a human being with 5 senses, and she's trying to cram a dozen more into me. By direct line, you are in fact talking about the extremely creepy physical interface connection between you and the String of Pearls, correct? It really, really is, right? It's truly incredible how we agree about everything and still feel the opposite about it. Is this why you keep hesitating before giving me intel? Yes, because you're going to do the opposite of what you should do with it. But I also can't not tell you because you might die, so running support for you is an incredibly anxiety-inducing affair. It must be hard. Thank you for acknowledging it. So, you're gonna tell me what's after me? You already figured it out, haven't you? But yes, it's that Cradle's Grace's masterwork. Celestial Mechanics traded the knowledge for how to finish String of Pearls in exchange for what they needed to finish with the Krun Makula. It would be pretty funny if they got us this way in the end. It's headed directly to the lab. We've already evacuated. Oh, Robert Juice, thanks so much for the follow. Again, thanks for sticking around. I mean, I know this game can be a little confusing because I am definitely quite a bit confused. Let's try and piece this together. We'll try and piece this together. How about that? Friendship always wins, baby. Anyway, it's headed directly to the lab. We've already evacuated on the capital ship, but you are its highest priority. Should I play bait? If anything, it's more important for you to get back to the native sphere first. In order for us to make contact, we need the String of Pearls. We believe if you hide in the abandoned Daphne's lab, you can use the decaying gravity furnace for cover. Ah, that's sensible. That's a bunch of techno mumble jumble, but it's sensible. But bait sounds a lot more fun, you know? Really? Oh, come on. Iapetus must think their pilot is a real idiot if she's going to waste her time on a wild goose chase like that. He wouldn't just sacrifice you like that. He would. There must be backups for making contact. Just because I'm the easiest option doesn't mean I'm the only one. He's testing to see if I'm worth investing in or just going to get myself killed. Why run? Why not have it out with her? I bet she's thinking the same thing too. But be careful, Saturn. If you can tell what they're thinking, they can tell what you're thinking. Please, if I really could do something like that, they wouldn't have kicked me out of the pilots. Oh, the follow button is always glitchy, by the way. I have to click it about 12 times. Oh, really? Is that confirmed canon? Oh man, is that something I can fix on like my end? I don't know if that is. Maybe that could just be on Twitch. But thanks for clicking it 12 times anyways. Oh, then how do you know the pilot's a she? Because boys can't pilot. Is that lore? Is that lore in this world? Oh yeah, this isn't beer, by the way, in case. I know it kind of looks like it. I went to the store to buy, it's just cream soda, but I was there and the cashier was like, can I see your ID? And I was like, whoa, why do you need my ID? It's just soda. And I was like, all right. Anyway, Daphne's, the tiny shepherd moon, so small it barely earns the name, tumbles through the Keller Gap, ruffling the rings of the planet it orbits. It houses the last official laboratory of Earth's decommissioned space program, training ground of failures like Saturn, and special girls like Pluto. Failures like Saturn, aww. Saturn remembers it feeling cramped, anxious, and scary. No, wait, Pluto remembers it that way. Saturn remembers it used to feel so special to be chosen, a candidate for the last generation of pilots. But didn't Pluto feel that way too? Sometimes two things are true. In this place, gravity is quietly degenerating, and distances are becoming ambiguous between past and present, between me and you. The Daphne's lab seems smaller to Saturn now, though not as tiny as it feels to Pluto, and that's obvious. No longer people-sized, she tears through it like worms in an apple. But there's a much bigger worm here, and she doesn't know anymore if this was a good idea. Where what was a good idea? Saturn doesn't. Oh, is that somebody else, like talking or thinking aloud in purple? Saturn doesn't have any ideas. She's just trying to hide, even though there's no place where you cannot be felt by me. Ooh, what does that mean? Alert! Tidal resonance. IFF confirms enemy. Warning: gravitational hazard. Danger. Pressure exceeding safe range. I know, it's extremely exciting. Stop making me so nervous. Supermassive, small enough to hide in this complex, but with a dual reactor denser than the entire moon compressed into the head of a pin. Ooh, scary. I normally have a beer watching Twitch at, 11, yeah, okay. Yeah, 1 p.m. might be a little early. 11 p.m., that's solid, definitely solid. An hour ago, and Saturn felt the gravitational pull of something so big and so close and so powerful the interior of her cockpit creaked with the pressure, and her head, heart, and eyes welled up with tears. Something that couldn't be anyone other than Pluto. Cool, she must be pretty big, huh? So why is she so hard to find? Saturn has no idea. Why do I have the feeling someone's laughing at me? No one is laughing at Saturn. The lab's been abandoned for years. But Pluto, wherever she is, giggles. Not in a mean way, she really does think it's cute. I haven't thought about Pluto in a long time. Oh, so they know each other. Oh man, it really would be funny if she was in that monster. Well, now someone is laughing at Saturn. Hey, now I know someone's here. I can feel you listening. But I can hear you too. And I can catch you. You're not the only one who can fuck with the narrative. Oh, word up? Oh, for real? Oh, okay, we can narrow escape, which is more loyal and favors the celestial mechanics, or yeah, we can betray them. Mutually assured destruction, which favors the cradle's graces. Oh, damn. I think we were already loyal to the celestial mechanics before, so I guess, yeah, we'll do that. Ooh, opening futures and closing pasts. God, that's so cool. I love just everything stylistically about this. Oh my god, I'm so in love with it. It's easiest to not get caught if you don't care about catching anything. It's just about knowing there isn't a difference. Focusing deeper. And focusing deeper. The real celestial mechanics, the interactions of bodies in space via the forces of gravity, the weight of mass and culture, explained by the story behind them, that's just science. With your own gravity, reach out and pull. Oh, good girl. You know just what to do. Do you like what you caught? Oh, okay, yep, we're having another big mecha interaction. The Kroon Makula towers over Saturn. Pluto's ship is so big and it barely fits in the lab complex, but it's only a speck compared to how big it feels. Massive enough to warp local space-time, humming and vibrating with nebula dust, and absolutely effortlessly gentle. Ooh, okay, yeah, definitely like big Evangelion vibes from all of this, but God, it has its own like gravitational tractor beam force field type deal. Without Pluto's most delicate touch, the Kroon Makula would have destroyed Saturn and the whole complex without even trying. How much do you trust it? I knew you'd be right behind me or something. If you did, how come you're not facing this way? I'm an idiot, I guess. You've come a long way just to be an idiot. You must know exactly what this ship can do, right? Did you come to fight me on purpose? That's really brave. And really cute. If you can touch me, I can touch you. So I'm not getting close. You came all this way not to even fight? Aw, that's not cute at all. But it's smart. Hey, don't underestimate me. I'm scary. I'm scary, I said it. Yeah, just one is good at 11 p.m. Don't need to go to, yeah, sure. Don't need to go to town and fall back on my chair and hit my head super hard against my dresser door, because it can split open heads. Ooh, word up, true. True, drink responsibly, everybody. And yeah, watch out for dressers. I just recently moved into, yeah, I used to have like, just stuff behind me, and falling back in my chair would have been very scary. But I recently moved into a new, bigger room. My dresser's over in a safer place. I can, if I wanted to be dumb and fall out of the back of my chair, I would be pretty, I mean, it would hurt. It would still hurt regardless. But no risk of splitting heads open, which is always a plus. I don't think anyone's gonna disagree that that's always a good thing to not split your head open. Anyway, you think? Maybe I believe you. Cute things can also be scary. That's true. She's not wrong. But I'm curious now. I was worried you were gonna waste your chance, smug in your new machine, but you're pretty clever. You wanna talk? Without fighting? If you're good. Otherwise, I'll bite. Damn! That's some... Damn! Everybody is just... On the risk of death, everybody's just flirting with each other. They're brave. They're very, very brave. I'll give them that. What did you want to talk about? As Candles Grace's glittering psychic death machine, you definitely have more important things to do than go out of your way to bully me for no reason, right? Oh, that's right. That man and the fleet are escaping, aren't they? Hope you don't mind falling for this trap. Trap? You? Silly. I know you're more important than that. More than catching the rest of the Celestial Mechanics fleet? I knew this would be fun, and you knew it too. I am absolutely delighted about you doing that, just to be clear, so you don't have to read my mind to roast me about it. I can't read minds, you know that's not how it works. But I also don't need to, you know that. But I did want to know how the biggest overachiever of my juniors turned into such a bad girl. If you really remembered me, you remember I wasn't ever good. Oh my gosh. Oh, whoa, I already had my head split open and it wasn't my fault. Someone thrown me down into concrete. Oh my gosh, are you okay? Let's just say somewhere on the side of my head has a good sized scar. Oh my gosh, I bet. Wow, I'm glad, yeah, I guess I'm glad you're okay. I'm glad it's just a scar. Yikes though, that's real scary. I guess I've been very blessed. The only like super serious injury I've had so far is I think, actually I don't remember. I don't remember the difference between a strain or a sprain, but I hurt my ankle once and I was on crutches, but like that's about as bad as it gets. I've never broken a bone or worse had, yeah, I guess my big old cranium split open. That's real scary. Wow. Anyway, if you really remembered me, you'd remember I wasn't ever good. I do remember you. Even if you're not that good at being bad, do you know what you're doing? With that machine that's so dangerous, we don't even want to find out what it does. I think you answered your own question about why I'm keeping it. Are you gonna stop me then? But you don't want me to? Hey, stop, don't pry into me. If you're pitying me, I'll make you regret it. Not all of us can come out perfect like you. Some of us get thrown out before they see any use at all. I won't pity you. I really would have torn this machine apart. But now that I'm here, gifted little mutant to the gifted little mutant, I can't bear to. Because some of us just haven't been thrown out yet. Lab-grown girls like us should stick together. Lab-grown girls? What do they mean by that? And also, like, God, what is the implications with all this, like, psychic power that her mecha seems to have in comparison to mine? Anyway, I might still make you regret it. Winning isn't my most important task. It's not yours either. Are you sure about that? You're not who I'm worried about. It's only your boss I can't forgive. Oh, I love hearing that. Tell me more. I'm getting a crush already. Regretting it now? Oh, don't worry. There's nothing you can make me regret. Ooh. Oh, okay. Here we go. Here we go. We're getting more lore. Getting more lore. Oh, I broke my foot, and I never even noticed until it was healed. What? How does that happen? Doesn't it, like... Gosh, that doesn't, like, super hurt? Oh my goodness. It was almost healed, and we noticed it was broken, but it was healing fine. Okay, good. I'm glad it healed, but... Like, okay, yeah, I've never experienced any of that, but doesn't that hurt, like, super, super bad? Gosh, that's really scary. But yeah, I guess if you maybe that's one of those mind over matter things, like, I know that happens. I was reading some story recently about a guy who got shot in the head, and he woke up and he was like, oh, I have a really bad migraine. And then he went to the hospital for his migraine, and they were like, sir, you have a bullet in your head? And he was like, oh shit, I didn't even notice. So, like, that could be one of those mind over matter things, but wow. Fingers crossed, nobody has to go through that. Okay, alright, give me that fresh lore. Ever since the day Mars began, Mars has been doomed. No, there will never be a planet Mars. That's a name reserved for places where human life, gravity, and culture reign. This is just bitter Aries. But like the stingy, incredible weeds that grow when nothing else does, Cradle's Graces is dug in, and we can't get them out. The colonies are wrecked, the terraforming engines are broken, the gravity furnaces are out of control, there's no resources left on this planet, no strategic value. This planet doesn't even exist, it is an inert rock. There's no point in fighting, there's no need to fight. Ship selves can't keep you alive alone forever, and even if that was the case, we could leave tomorrow and claim victory. Most of the Memorial Foundation NSES fleet already did. That's why there's barely any of us left. And why we can't get them out. Wait, why don't I go home too and leave all those idiots to just fucking die on a rock? Who do you think you're doing, who do you think we're doing this for? External communication set on August 31st, 1978 by Memorial Foundation troops. Okay, so that was a little bit before this whole, like, pseudo-Cold War thing, because I think that was in 1980, right? I believe. Oh, it did hurt pretty fucking bad. I see. Yeah, I bet that hurts. I got a disability, so since I had a lot of bodily shakes, people just figured since I was, since I was normal, they just get violent. And, oh my gosh, my heart goes out to you. I'm so sorry. That's really awful. God, I really wish people weren't like that. I'm very sorry. But hey, it's not like we're idiots. We know we're doomed. This planet still doesn't fulfill the requirements for human life, and life is just the start anyway. Don't you know that gravity is something more important? You do understand celestial mechanics, right? Matter is made of tiny particles, but enough of it exerts gravity that stitches the universe together. Culture is made of tiny humans, and enough of it together can decide what's real and what isn't. Ooh, wow. Where is this going? It is really quite fucked up that this is how decisions about humans get made. Enough humans can decide anything, and then it'll be true, even about what's human and what's not. They don't even have to wait for the deadline. They've already decided that any human without their feet planted on the earth is in fact not a human. That's a pretty usual thing for humans to do. No differences of any kind need to exist. Yeah, we'll just be aliens, and then they'll send the real military after us, and we'll die. But if we just hold the line here, for our princess to get through and make it to the moon, she'll open up the gravity well, and then we get to decide. internal communication sent on January 25th, 1981 by Cradle's Grace's Irregulars. What does that mean, Irregulars? It's morning on Ares, but what's time in space? If we can get our capital ship launched and refueled, and the prototype retrofitted with the final equipment, we'll have everything in place. Keep out of the canyons of Mars, where Cradle's Graces and Memorial Foundation are bickering. Hold the city ruins against invading troops, and make sure no one tries to set the oxygen ocean on fire while we refuel. It's a pretty thankless job. Oxygen ocean. Ah, God, space. Space is so cool. I'll never not be impressed with just space. I think it captures human imagination so well. But me, I can't wait to see what happens. This is the most exciting space has ever been. Before we got here, this was a dead rock. But the best we could have ever hoped for was Earth in a different place. Who needs that? Far in the distance, the moon's gravity well shines. If no one controls it before the deadline is up, Earth will take drastic steps to ensure that humanity is not divided. What they're afraid of happening, we will ensure that it happens. We'll finally have something alien in space. Private communication sent on January 26, 1981 by a celestial mechanics researcher. That's right. I'm starting to piece together the factions a little bit. I think the celestial mechanics are the one who want to, like, achieve the next evolution or whatever. And so, make themselves alien in the most real way. In the most real way. Yeah. Okay, I still got back at the end. And yeah, people started to take understanding at people with disabilities. I'm glad. I know, I'm really glad. As much as, yeah, things have been harsh, right? In the world, most definitely, but I think public opinion has gotten a lot better than it used to be about all kinds of people. People with, like, different abilities, people with different, like, gender identities and sexualities. Like, honestly, Earth has moved in some good ways. As much as things have been bad, and certainly the fight's not over for getting our rights, but, like, man, I'm glad, like, public opinion is changing in quite a few better ways than, like, say, in the 50s, perhaps. Anyway, speaking of bad, this looks a little bad. Error. Mission parameters not detected. Mission results? ? Needed for gravitational slingshot permissions. Error. Navigation shortlist not found. Manual inject. Mission results.txt. Mission parameters found. All results perfect and amazing. Wow, thank you, Saturn. Flight path generating. Fleet path Cronus orbit refuel on planet Ares Lagrange colony class. Classified operation. Earth's moon. New standing orders coming in. Ares. Ooh, guard Celestial Mechanics fleet refueling on Ares oxygen ocean. Stay out of trouble and do not engage Memorial Foundation troops patrolling in immediate vicinity. Accept orders? No. Error. Cannot proceed. Manual inject. Accepted. Normalizing gravitational slingshot effect. Prepare for immediate launch to Ares. Okay. As much as all of this is definitely, like, my aesthetic, and I'm, like, I do like it a lot, I don't know jack shit about what's going on, to be perfectly honest. Alright. Okay. Day 2 comms. Oh, no. Yeah, that's our data log. That's all old stuff. I want actual comms. Be careful today. I'm never careful any day, so, hey, I'm serious this time. Iapetus is in the field today. I don't know where he's fighting, but you should be careful. Jeez, you worry too much. Obviously, because you give me so much to worry about. I mean, are you really worried? His ship self is actually not that scary. Not as scary as mine. As if that was a thing I was worried about. What then? Oh, ew, God, I'm not even thinking about letting our mutual ex touch me. I won't even fight him. I'll curve him the second his tide so much as tremble against my plating. Why would you worry? I don't even slightly hate him less than you do. There is no possible way you hate him more than I do, but that's not the issue. That's never the issue with him. Hating him hasn't made him any easier to deal with. We were kids, though. We're older and wiser now. Lamau. At least you are, Mercury. Hardly. Or I wouldn't be telling you. You remember how he'd just casually linger his fingers a second too long on your shoulder? In front of everyone? Ugh. Ugh. Oh, it was so gross. It was so gross. And I loved the attention every time. It made me so smug. I loved it. It was gross. I hate him. Do you love yourself enough not to fall for it again? I definitely hate him. I definitely hate him enough to not fall for it. Do you? No, obviously. I'm still in Celestial Mechanics, so how do you think I feel? You're soaring. You've got a stupid idiot who loves you, and you get to do research and never have to deal with him again. And with this ship self, we'll have the future. And no matter what, I'll make sure he won't. Oh. Okay, channel closed on Mercury's end. I think, yeah. Okay, again, a little bit more lore. Iapetus, I guess he's the leader of the Celestial Mechanics. They both had a thing for him at some point, and he sounds a little bit creepy, just a little bit, just a teeny tiny bit. Oh, now I'm almost 20, playing my PS4 or PC. Me too. I got a PS4 and yeah, and then I'm also here on the PC where I'm at right now. I haven't had. Those are my favorite consoles. Actually, I do have the Switch, which I do love a lot. I'm very happy to have, but like, yeah, I do. PC and PS4 have been my favorites. I guess just because the PS4 has Bloodborne on it. I'm such a sucker for that game. But, oh my God. Okay, more Celestial Mechanics. Author junk data error. Oh wow. Oh my God. Sorry for getting back to you so late, but I was in the middle of a meeting. My phone buzzed so much the director asked me if I needed to take a call. I swear you do this on purpose. I don't think you really need feedback on your nudes that quickly, even though, yes, they're really, really important to me, and I can't stop thinking about them or getting any of my work done, and my presentation suffered greatly from my lack of focus. I expect you're prepared for a little payback, and after I sent you my schedule so that this wouldn't happen again, hey, you wouldn't have asked me for my meeting time so that you could send those to me at the worst possible moment, would you? I already know the answer to that, so why don't you tell me this? Why can I never get enough of you? Ooh. Dang, that's some lewd stuff right there. That's pretty good though. Oh God, I love the way all these menus look. I love these menus so much. Alright, what mission do we want to take next? We got Deep Dive. The Oxygen Ocean serves as both fuel yard and terraforming engine for planet Ares. That's right, okay, we had a little bit of lore talking about that, and it's the perfect hiding place for the migrating Celestial Mechanics fleet, but deep down, something is reaching up for them. Or the 400mm kiss. Memorial Foundation deploys a certain sniper to stop escape and resupply routes to the resting Celestial Mechanics fleet. All Saturn needs to do is stay out of trouble, but what's the chance of that? Oh, you know it, Saturn's not going to stay out of trouble. And yeah, if it's Sniper, it's definitely going to be Terra Nova, right? It's gotta be. Oh no. I also got a messed up shoulder because back in the day, got in a fight with a 7-1 dude. Holy smokes. Holy dip. Damn, that's tall. We had there was a guy at my school and he was 6'8", and we all thought he was like, that's ridiculously tall. He hits his head on doors. That's the tallest. 7'1". That's ridiculous. Oh, and I was pretty short. Put up a good fight because he kept trying to, oh man, beat me up. But then he just put my shoulder underneath their arm and did a 360 spin. Oh my gosh. I'm so, yeah. God, I'm so sorry about that too. I've never been in a fight and I do not envy you for it. Nowadays, I probably could have won. Aw, man. Yeah. I'm sorry about that. Oh, also bought a new 4K TV because I fell straight. Oh, wow. Face first into my dresser and smashed my PS4 controller into it. Oh, yikes. I'm so sorry. New TV, though. Groovy. I don't even have a TV. I haven't had a TV for the longest time. Oh. But, you know, like, definitely, like, I mean, I just plugged my computer monitor for the PS4, and, like, it works. It kind of works. It's a little bit small, but it works. I do kind of, you know, sometimes I kind of want one. But at the same time, like, most of the things that you watch on TV, you can find online these days, which is amazing. Most, like, and not even, and I don't just mean illegally, like, plenty of legal providers offer up, like, I'm a really big fan of Whose Line Is It Anyways? And they put their episodes up online for free, and it's totally, like, legal, and that's some good shit right there. Technology's amazing. You can totally fuck robots now. Life is good. But no, go ahead, take your time. We're not dying yet or anything. You know, fighting officially on Ares is a lot less fun than I was promised it would be. It's real work, Saturn. I thought that's what all of that getting back on our good side was all about. They shouldn't have done such a good job of hiding in the Oxygen Ocean then. You could maybe stage an attack from the Olympus ruins, but not even Cradle's Graces is precious enough to defend them. Memorial Foundation is thorough enough to watch over it. Of course, only they would be that annoying. There's recent activity there, and they want an investigation. They're just being paranoid. That's a stupid plan, and they're only sending someone there to waste their time chancing we're dumb. Or baiting us. Would they really send their ace if that was the case? Ace in the case? Wait, that old Memorial Foundation warhorse, you mean? Why didn't you tell me the most important part first? Coordinates? Now? Please? Saturn, I really hope you are not actually... Yeah, I'm feeling like... You know, Command is right, actually. That area needs some really thorough investigation, just to be sure. What's with the sudden enthusiasm? It's really not... No, wait, it's exactly like you. When you said you fought off the Mechas pilot, what were you actually doing? I don't know what you're talking about, Mercury. They was flirting and banging. I was so dutiful and brought this back in one piece, so that means I won. So don't worry about it. Why are you like this? Ooh, okay. Saturn gets no-scoped by Lunaterra. Oh, that's hilarious. Okay, that outcome favors the Memorial Foundation, or we can keep it up and be loyal, and Lunaterra gets a point-blank encounter. Alright, I think the point-blank encounter is what Saturn would prefer, probably. That seems right up her alley, right? The balance shifts because Saturn moved and Lunaterra couldn't. Got you. She does. Saturn is as good as already down. But so is Lunaterra. Got you too. Pure spite got Saturn this far, and it will get her even farther. She takes aim and fires. Lunaterra, perfectly still for the perfect shot, is perfectly unable to get out of the way in time. Saturn's string of pearls is laid out flat on her back, creaking and twitching, and Lunaterra's Mechas falls from her sniper spot like a burning star. Oh my god, oh, the imagery is so cool. Lunaterra wakes up first, but her flight unit is shot. It's hard to hide a ship that can't fly in a city, but the Mechas is full of unfair tricks. Shooting her down is just the beginning. You have to catch her next. That's where the fun begins. And that's alright with Saturn. She's at her best when everyone is in the dirt. When she wakes up, she's ready. She might be in worse shape than Lunaterra, but worse shape is her best. String of Pearls skirts along the half-constructed city with the shape of ruins and the pristine finish of plastic toys still in their boxes, looking for the hole Lunaterra's nestled in and dodging her shots of protest. Reboot took longer than I thought, but ready or not, here I come. Hey, come out, come out, come out. You almost got me the last time you poked your head out to shoot. Try again. Aw, come on. I'm not babbling to trick you or anything. I'm just having a great time here. Just having a great, gay, grand old time. I'd love it if you'd stop making me feel like I'm just talking to myself. I can hear you just fine, Saturn. What? This isn't exciting enough? I guess that's why you're the ace pilot, LT. I need to have you on the ropes to taunt you and dodge at the same time. An ear-splitting crash. Impossible to tell which direction the shot came from. The cover around Saturn explodes. I'm an ace because I keep my priorities straight. That's not what I've heard. What have you heard? That keeping your priorities straight is the thing that you're the worst at. That it is pretty much your most obvious weak point. Maybe they don't know what my priorities are. Ooh. Is getting shot down by an idiot with no combat experience high on your priority list? God, oh man, the back and forth between them. They are good. They're real good rivals. The building next to Saturn explodes. Is missing all the time high on your priority list? You really are a brat. Is getting harassed constantly by flirtatious brats high on your priority list? You're really on your toes today. I can't hit you with anything. Yeah, I'm having fun too. What a mess. I don't know why I'm laughing about it or having so much fun. I'm glad you think so. It's a funny kind of date, if you put it that way. If this fighting is just play fighting, then keep play fighting with me. You should be careful though. You never know what I might try next. I've got so many plans for dragging you out in the sun. Like what? Are they working on me? Of course. Stop underestimating me. I'm executing several plans as we speak. You're not at all ready, Lunaterra. I'm not giving you any way out. You're not going to at least give me a hint? I'm at a disadvantage here. You can't trick me into giving it all away. But maybe you're right. Maybe I should be generous and let you know just a hint about one plan. Oh, you're generous. You should know this, but winning isn't my highest priority. It won't mean that I'm easy, though. Hey, we do think alike, at least on the first half of that. If you love winning, the stalemate of this whole conflict should bore you to tears. All that's left in space are second choice pilots who suck at things like winning no matter how good they are. I'm the second choice, but I'm the pilot that's here right now, and no one else would have thought of the plan I did. Oh? I'm a second choice too. Or I wouldn't be here. It's that great a plan? Really? You? She's the second choice? Isn't she like one of the best pilots, expert sniper? Though I guess if she was an expert sniper, she could have hit Saturn. But really? You? Oh, it's not a good plan. It's just that no one else would do it. Because I'd have to be a freak to try and catch you on foot. A first choice would never be sent to space in the first place. That does sound like a crazy plan to me. What would you even do if you found me, assuming I'm standing still? I know it sounds like I'm showing off, but I couldn't beat you in a fair fight, so anything else is in my favor, right? Maybe it's the only way around that ghost ship of yours, and how much of a genius you are. Oh yeah, and how much of a genius you are. I can track any ship that I've hit once. I also have ways of being so hidden you could never find me. You're right, but you haven't used them. Maybe not. Also, did you know that your mare Cresium has a manual bypass for opening the cockpit? Yes. Oh good, but I'll knock anyway. The gentle hiss of pressure, and the cockpit opens. Oh, they're meeting in person. Hi. You look a little different, not nearly so smug. And you look a lot different. I remember you now. You were such a good girl. I never would have thought that was you. You're smiling, Lunaterra. Did something good just happen? You must really trust me to come unarmed. Why would I need to be? I win. I'd say I'm pretty dangerous just like this. You think of everything. Never mind. You do look infuriatingly smug for someone I just beat. Step away from the controls. Sure. I'm not laughing at you. I'm impressed. You know, even still, even in a fake fight, you have no respect for. No one takes me this seriously. I'm the Memorial Foundation ace, but just by default after the good ones left. So I don't mind losing to you, since you think I'm so cool. Lunaterra kneels by the controls, hands up. They're still in reach. Saturn climbs the open hatch. No sudden movements, and I don't think you're cool. What do you want now? My ship? Me? They're both useless. I'll decide that. I don't need your ship out of commission. I'm gonna be much cooler than you very soon. And then I'll beat you sort of fair and square, but maybe I should reprogram the ship to be absolutely sure. Ooh, Lunaterra whips her around so fast, Saturn's pinned down in the cockpit seat before she can tell how it happened. Sorry, but touching there isn't allowed. So, then where is touching allowed? Ooh, they're doing some serious flirting right now. You are absolutely much more dangerous without a gun. Lunaterra's hand is on Saturn's collar and her other on Saturn's wrist. Saturn slips her free hand down Lunaterra's arm. So, how about here? That's fine. What about here? I won't stop you. You don't mind if I touch your face, but you won't let me touch your ship. Some places on the ship are fine. Some places on me are fine. Which do you want to know right now? Ooh, is this... Damn it. So how's unbuttoning my shirt going? It's harder than it looks at that angle with just one hand, huh? Damn, they're going for it. Just make out with me, you heinous bitch. Lunaterra had this idea, but instead, she forgets it. She finds she's let her grips go slack, and Saturn's nearly leapt out of the chair to kiss her. Hell yeah. I mean, it's a little scary because they're rivals, but still. Rival romance can be very top tier. That thought is a little surprising, but her body made the right call in the moments in between when she was too busy overthinking it. Saturn seems a little mad about that smug face Lunaterra is making and bites Lunaterra's lip as they kiss. It doesn't encourage Lunaterra to stop being like that. This is absolutely insane. Are you kidding? What could possibly be a better use of your time? Don't tell me duty is why you're fighting out here, or you would have stopped me before I opened the hatch. You're not just here for fun. You're not doing this just because there's no point and you're killing time before the war collapses one way or another. Obviously, I can be sure and still make out with you. Would it disappoint you if I wasn't? Oh, don't make that face. I can tell it would. That's good, though. I feel the same way. I wouldn't have let you flirt if that's just all you were. How can you be sure? Looks like I know something you don't. Even if it's just one thing. I'm always the last to know. You always make it seem like you know what you're doing. I'm just acting on instinct. My body knows what to do. Then you should be asking her. She'll know just what to do. Damn, that's some gay shit right there. Real good stuff. Oh, you're playing WWE. Nice. Oh, I used to play, because my cousin got me super into wrestling way back in the day, and I used to play all of the WWE and SmackDown versus Raw, all of those games. Like, he would buy them every, like, you know, the one that would come out every year, because, like, those sports games, they get a release, like, every year, which is kind of ridiculous, but still, oh my god, I used to be so into that. Rey Mysterio used to be my favorite. Just because Rey Mysterio 619, that's area code is super close to me. He's actually, yeah, he's from around here where I'm at, which is really cool. Also, my brother took the Undertaker, and we couldn't have the same wrestler, so you know how it is. Colony server force extraction. Okay, so this is from the Memorial Foundation Space Academy archives. I won't rate them; they're still learning. Oh, this must be older stuff, because this is from the academy, which they seem to indicate they weren't at anymore. I won't rate them, they're still learning. Given this, Halamede is underperforming based on the expectations that you set out for her. I told you the projections were completely divorced from reality, repeatedly, for this very reason. The authority she may have wielded on Earth means nothing up here. I should add, because I know you will forget it as early as is convenient, that she is performing very highly compared to her peer group in the specific areas that you seem to consider so highly. Yes, even compared to your Generation 1 aces, she has the potential to surpass them, so stop asking if she has surpassed the top one yet. I'd prefer to keep those two as separate as possible for interpersonal reasons. Halamede is too competitive and easily impressed to not make me worry about placing her in close contact with the number 1 ace. Your attempts to put those two in the same room has not gone unnoticed by me. Do you just love drama, Iapetus, or is there something else you believe is more important than the health of your pilots? Ooh, a little bit of personal slam. Against him. Yeah, he's a legend. And also the Undertaker is a legend. Hell yeah. Oh, man. I haven't kept up on WWE in a long time, but still, those older wrestlers, they hold a big spot in my heart, because I used to be way into WWE. I kind of want to get back into wrestling. It was good fun. I think if I had just the time to just like sit down and just enjoy some good old-fashioned wrestling, because it's performance and it's spectacle, and I'm always down for that. But just time. Just gotta find time. Too much working to make cash money, because that's what you gotta do these days to survive, and that's a whole nother thing. Way more important than capitalism. We're playing lesbian mecha game, and I'm very excited. I'm very confused still, but still excited. In these moments, nothing is more painful than being patronized. Oh shoot, what is this? Oh, okay, that's for the prosecution of Dr. Nix. Oh, okay, we saw his name mentioned once, or her, or there. I actually don't know. Anyway, but you couldn't even spare me that. I can't understand why you thought me to be that naive, though. I really did know. They thought a world where the children were together and free, could write their own future sounded wonderful. We didn't even get close for them to start. We didn't even get close for them to understand that's not what they wanted. I knew it from the start. I regret only that I didn't get further before they noticed. You are asking for my resignation, but there's nowhere else for me to go. And there's nowhere else for those children to go either. I won't let you have them. I won't let you crush them back to their earthly shapes. What you are asking instead is for me to declare war. So I will do so, and we will see if Earth's tides are truly powerful enough to crush the new humanity you rejected. Ooh, interesting stuff. Yeah, I want to see. I think that's the route we're gonna go. Again, I don't know a whole lot about like the route system, but I think celestial mechanics and seeing what in the world do they mean by like the next evolution of humanity. Oh, the captain told me to thank you for the data stream. You're very welcome. Do you have new results for me? Yes, I'll encrypt them. Thank you, you're the best. I guess there's no point in asking what you want them for. How afraid should I be? I'm just trying to fulfill our mission, Mercury. You know that. I'm going to tell him you're as inscrutable and petulant as ever. Aw, please, I don't want your hubby to hate me. Why do you always call Ganymede the captain anyway? Lol. Because some of us have a sense of discretion. Aw, Captain's pet is so well behaved. You're one to talk, Saturn. You're going to end up at the pound one of these days if you go through any more superior offices. No, it's cute. You both tidily locked that quick. You're making all the lesbians jealous. Then act like it, Saturn, and I will not apologize for locking it down. I've had my fill of being a pet. I don't really want to be a pet either. Maybe you are learning to love yourself. What I'd like is to be a toy. That's even worse. No, it's better. How is it better? Oh, plastic and metal can be molded into any kind of shape. You can smooth over and change whatever you want. You only have to accept the interface you're designed for. A toy never gets to do anything. It just sits there looking pretty. Mercury, what do you think I want? Don't you love how our ship selves evoke so much just by being plastic in the silhouette of a human? These beam weapons are my fingertips. This chassis is my tits. Hell yeah. But they're also beam weapons and impenetrable chassis. They can shred the plastic all they want, but they can't touch me. And plastic can't get hurt, but you still can be. Don't forget. People fawn over objects, they worship them. I want to be the product they obsess over. I thought you were tired of getting thrown away. I am not for individual retail sale. Look, don't touch. One of a kind, not sold in stores. Ooh, closed. Okay, wow, that little interaction revealed quite a bit about Saturn. I think oh my god, I love her. She is great. I vibe. That's kin, that's mood. That's big same, as the kids say. Alright, we'll go on our other mission to it was Oxygen Ocean, they say. Saturn, what are you doing? Disabling all comms and the diving supports and... Oh, you're still here? I thought I cut this channel too. Well, I should go ahead and shut it. Don't you dare cut me off. You can listen if you promise not to whine or stop me. I will do no such thing and you cannot make a deal with me. I'm simply stating a fact, not making an argument. Ugh, just why, Saturn? Why are you such an incorrigible, petulant nightmare? After you were probationally forgiven for doing a very good job not getting String of Pearls ruined or captured, and Command even decided to give you the job of sparking the gravity engine that will take our fleet back to the native sphere. I would think you wouldn't be so into pressing your luck recklessly. But everyone except for you is so annoying. They're annoying because whatever is causing the tidal interference from the bottom of the Oxygen Ocean is almost certainly that Cradle's Grace's weapon. And they have no reason to believe you're going to be loyal. Every single second of the day, you are horrid and undisciplined, and your brief periods of obedience only seem to exist to throw everyone off later. I mean, if you want me to cover for you, you have to play along a little. Why are you like this? Years of encouragement and grooming followed by abandonment and neglect. You know that. Oh my god, Saturn! Too real. Same as you. And same for that pilot you're after too. Is that why? In a different way, but I think so. Enemy or not, I want to talk. I think I'm getting somewhere. And I'm not going to get to talk if you all are interfering. If she doesn't want to just talk, then you'll really appreciate me cutting the cables before she pulls all of you down there with me. Why is it so important anyway? You'll really jeopardize the whole operation for that? What? You don't think I have my own cunning master plan? It's way better than his. Supposedly, nothing can stop the Croon Macula. Is it better to find out if that's true sooner than later? Fight her or talk, which is it? How are they any different? I think fighting and talking can be pretty different. Anyways, don't worry when the connection accidentally breaks. I'll be fine, promise, and you will be too. I don't know. If you say you're gonna be fine and then proceed to get into life-threatening mecha battles, ooh, we can get in a tug of war above the waves. I like that. Ooh, or share a secret moment deep down. Again, I guess we'll keep with the Celestial Mechanics route. And also just sharing deep moments just fucking rules, because that's what it's about. Keeping it real, y'all. The balance shifts, because Pluto tugs and Saturn yields. The oxygen ocean is a peaceful place because everything about it destroys everything else. You can enjoy complete privacy under the curtain of the oxygen steam, drink all the fuel and air you want, and no vessel can survive the temperature and pressure conditions below. You can float as long as you want or until your hull turns brittle and breaks, or your organic compounds oxidize and explode. Celestial Mechanics has covered their wayward pilot's machine in temporary armor layers to seal out the unknown interference of gravity and seeping oxygen. The additional temporary armor layers might not be necessary, but they also might be. The Celestial Mechanics fleet tenders lower the Celestial Mechanic fleet tenders lower the string of pearls in slowly, just to make absolutely sure. It feels wonderfully cold, like a spare blanket taken from the attic in winter. You know, I'd like to believe I'm good, or like I try and be good at cold reads like this when I'm not prepared at all, but dang, this game has a lot of like techno babble and just like sci-fi words just thrown around, and I love it. I really do love it, but I'm getting a little tongue-tied. But Pluto is there, deep, deep down, and when Saturn slips in, she feels the ripples, as if they were in opposite ends of the same perfectly still pool. The feeling is wonderful. Saturn's surprised that's true. How do you know that? Wait, who is you? Oh, that's Mercury. How do I know what, Saturn? Who are you talking to? We're asking for confirmation to lower you. I've been ready. Sorry, I got distracted. You must be if you're apologizing. True, that's very off-brand for Saturn. There's someone down there. Ooh, and there's also funky beats, which I am down for. She's speaking to me. No, she's trying to eat me alive. Or maybe it's really hard to tell the difference. Awesome. It's familiar. I'm so stoked. Take me down. Ooh, the ocean boils wherever she touches it, even with the external equipment. There's no way to rely on sight, and the paramagnetic influence is too erratic for sensors to process. She can only feel her way, for both of them. The cable to your left is extremely important. It's the only way we have of communicating and monitoring your situation. So you'll need to be extremely careful with it. Are you listening? Yes, but not to you. Shh. There's definitely someone here. Lower me. It's reaching out. Saturn feels funny. Something's not quite right. Like something's watching her. Ooh. It's like someone's watching me. But it's also not like someone's watching me. It's like something's watching her, but something isn't watching her. Yes, we've established that. It's touching me. Something is touching Saturn. Its hands see her, and they also speak. It's saying something. The ocean ripples with boredom. It's really boring down here. But what else is Pluto going to do? Some girls get stuck with the worst jobs. But I've got to do it. With nothing to do but send insinuations through the narration. So you coming or what? I've got her again. Tidal spike detected. Well, mass gravity alert. Lower me further. Saturn, we're pulling you out. Oh, not just yet. Hi, Saturn. Hi, Mercury. Sorry, I'm borrowing her for a little bit. Oh, she's gone. Alright, see ya. Saturn's cockpit floods with alarm lights of an imminent, high-intensity gravity event, but it's too late. The string of pearls discharges its electromagnetic field and delicately breaks off the winch. Saturn, what are you... The string of pearls cleanly slices off the left communication wire and the pulley system. The silence of the oxygen ocean reminds her of a sensory deprivation tank. What a good girl. Hey, don't praise me like that. Oh, is the narration like Pluto speaking at that moment? I wanted to speak to you again. Damn it, I cut both wires. Even ship-to-ship comms are down. Saturn, can you hear me? Would you hear me if I spoke with this ship? It's been such a long time since anyone could hear it. Pluto's tidal reactor pulses slowly. The thrum feels like it's coming from everywhere. Oh, I get it. You want to talk with gravity? Well, I'm not some miracle child, even though they tried very hard to make me as good as you. Who is they, and what does that mean? Saturn's reactor, an anxious little ball, is getting just so fed up with this. It's frustrating to not be understood. Would you know what that's like? You don't know how much I know, but I believe in you. If Saturn moves too much, she might forget what direction up is. The sensory deprivation of the ocean takes everything away, but she has to remember that's not true. I don't believe you, but I'm trying. Oh, she's trying. Of course I'm trying. Come on, where am I? Duh, I hate people playing hard to get. Oh, she's got a little blush. I see that. I believe in you, but you've got to work for it. I can't do it. Sorry, but I'm cheating. A string of pearls electrotoxin shoots through the ocean. Like a bolt of lightning, it reaches out because it's attached to you. It seeks the path of least resistance, looking for something that wants to respond. What it really does is run along the boundaries, theoretical and real. There's a place where the boundary between one thing and another is weakest, and it runs along the boundary until it finds it, and then it connects the two. Why's she doing that? Oh, it's what you're used to. Good at seeing weak spots. I've got a lot. Can you find them? You can do it if you try. Maybe you need a little push. It's like there's nothing, not a single crack. Don't say you're not perfect. Don't make me do all the work. Huh? The pressure is overwhelming. Oh, but it's overwhelming for Pluto, too. The Croon macula is like a little star, gushing matter and condensing into an engine of light over and over. It was modeled after a theory of the Big Bang, after all, made in secret on the planet Hades on the boundary between what is human and what is not. It's a fragile boundary. You can touch it, but be careful. This takes me back, which is not fucking fair. Are you doing that on purpose? Always taking me to unpleasant pasts. Is it taking you back? Sorry. But we can't help it. It's the first thing beneath our surfaces. It's hard for me, too. Ooh, it takes Saturn back to her first implant series, when they took the most special children they could find and tried to cheat them into being even more special. Bypass all the work and care that had gone into the third generation pilots and kick them directly into humanity's next stage. Cheating, you should know, felt good. It felt wrong in a good way. It felt good in a way that felt obscene. It felt bad, like she was getting more than she deserved. They chose her, but she felt like she played a trick on them, like she lied and got candy for it. They knew there was nothing special about her, and then they gave her the most special thing. If they knew how special it was, and how much she didn't earn it, they would have given it to someone else. But they didn't. Even when they threw her away, she never forgot how that felt. Why is it always like this? Oh, baby. It takes Pluto back to when she was learning how to be a person. In space, they decided they would start over, without assumptions. Humanity would be protected by the most human children they could make. The most human children they could make. Ooh, I love that sentence. I love what that entails. Oh, some of the wrestling stuff makes me cringe, like getting a full-on hard elbow to the stomach. True. I'm not great on just like big shows of violence. Not too long ago. When was that? Yeah, that must have been like tail end of last year. There was like a big UFC fight, and I don't watch a lot of that. No, I'm not like. I don't watch wrestling anymore, and I'm not big on like, yeah, people beat each other up, because some very, very gruesome stuff happens. I'm not down for that. I get a little squeamish, so like, ooh, that's rough. At least with like WWE and like bigger wrestling, especially especially Japanese wrestling, which I catch online from time to time, which is incredible. Like, when it's more, like, big and performative, and, like, yeah, more big and performative, it's easier to deal with, but, like, oh, man, when it's, like, UFC or MMA and you're just actually just watching two people beat each other up, that's a little rough. I'm a little too squeamish for that, honestly. But no matter how badly she did, no matter how much she wasn't up to how perfect they wanted, they never gave up on her. That was the worst part. She was so much they would give up. It was so hard. She just wanted to be the mess she really was, and they wouldn't let her. She knew with her whole heart what she was supposed to be. She had it memorized, and she could make it leave her body, become the things she did and the person she was. They let her be whatever she wanted, and she wasn't strong and smart and pretty enough to be it. Wow. Oh my god, the writing is so evocative. Both of them remember reaching through the wall to the one on the other side, wishing so hard to hold hands it feels like you really are. Your two pebbles dropped in the pond, but your ripples touching are enough. No one knows, and even the two of you almost don't. Never say it out loud, never think it too loud. It sounds so sad when you put it like that. Why? Don't show me things that stop making me jealous. Oh, you got me. You're touching me. I can hear you through the contact link. You got me that good, and that's what you have to say? You're the one who got me. You did it. You found me. You're clever. It's amazing. You don't need to flatter me. I won't feel better. I'm not. You better. I promise. Why am I so scared and you're so not? That's just me. Sorry I'm like this. Yeah, sorry. Boom. Maybe she's like this. Maybe it's Maybelline. Well, you can flatter me a little. Maybe it's Gabeline. That's the real truth right there. You're a little needy, huh? Didn't you say I just had you? You do. You can do whatever you want now. Why did you do this? You came after me, so it's only fair I came after you. Don't say it's only fair. Say I'm amazing and important, and you came after me specifically. You're totally not needy, huh? Give me a better answer. I want to know why it's me. I don't have one. There are so few of us left, I've got to cling to everyone. But I love that you're scared and you believe anyway. I think you're one of the only people who can make something change. And there's no time left. Is that a proposal to join your side? Yeah! Well, what if I refuse? Then give a good reason for me to join you. Ooh, okay. You're even more impulsive than me. And that's a lot coming from Saturn. You can start to see why I fight, can't you? The way I'm starting to see why you do. Show me something important, and I'll be yours too. But you're definitely not gonna go quietly, are you? Nope. If I let you go, will you promise to not crush yourself and me and literally everything? This time, you mean? Yeah. Oh, there's that blush again. I think I can do that. Say hi to Mercury for me. I'll see you again soon, baby. She's something. Man, every single one of these characters has like very specific, like the way they talk, very specific nuances, which are very, very cool. Again, the writing is incredible, and the writing on the last game too, also very good, incredibly good. September 12, 1963. That's when the first and last artificial colony of the native sphere was completed, in a tranquil bowl of stable gravity at Lagrange Point 5. As the front line against existential threats, a training facility for a generation of humans adapted to fight in space. As a colony environment with the life, gravity, and culture necessary for human beings to live, thrive, die, and be born. With the hope that peace on Earth would reign if we won this war in heaven. Without pressure, water boils off our tongues, and we dissolve into component parts. Without culture, we forget the shapes we're supposed to have and turn inside out into something else. Oh, see, that is very AT Field Evangelion stuff. Out of necessity, we created a pressurized environment, exerting enough gravitational pressure to maintain cohesion, all senses, in space. A ship self to ferry us through the world. They function only in places where the gravity of humans is too light to sustain existence. It was doomed from the start. Of course they were jealous of the humans the Earth no longer wanted, flying on zero-G wings. Oh, I love the writing! Oh, it's so good. Dr. Nix, Executive Director, Memorial Foundation Existential Expansion. Even if I don't get a whole lot of it, I'm trying really hard to piece it together, and there's a lot I don't understand. But just, ooh, they are waxing poetic up in here. July 29, 1958. That's when the Memorial Foundation International Executive Committee was granted international authority in the spirit of unified human peace and the verified presence of an existential threat outside of the solar system to establish a cultural, military, and scientific responses to existential threats. No longer confined to Earth, a growing native sphere where our gravity reigns forever, safety, research, and expansion, the three pillars of Memorial Foundation's space branch will protect Earth from without, as it has from within. Free from the old world's gravity, it would be possible to advance science, art, and culture without constraint, and join hands, all of Earth, finally united. The Memorial Foundation, protecting humans from other humans through peace on Earth, and protecting humans from everything else through war in heaven, would fulfill both of our agendas simultaneously. We really foolishly decided we could do better. There are two errors to this approach. The first is that to do better in heaven is meaningless if it cannot be exported to Earth. The space program was never rejected by the surface. It simply did not have enough relevance to sustain interest. The second error in the intrinsic error of Memorial Foundation: the existential threat is intrinsic to humanity. Ooh, that is true. You can fight it, but you cannot cut it out. The designation of alien is required by humans. We cannot trick an existential threat into a convenient manifestation. As it has always been, only humans can fulfill the criteria to be alien. Oh, shit. Oh, I love that. Europa, Chief Officer, Memorial Foundation, Existential Safety. Oh, okay, we're jumping a little bit ahead. January 2nd, 1980. That's when they blew up the Lagrange colony. It was a real shame. It was a green, wet, and peaceful place. And now it's a very cold, green, wet, and very unsettling place. It's where we did a lot of legitimately incredible things, like create sustainable tidal reactors, new culture, experiment with human bodies and human development, manufacture self-sufficient alter egos for space exploration, and did everything other than successfully combat the unknowable existential threat. Earth and the Memorial Foundation surface considers that a failure, but in truth, they're just not trying hard enough. Through gravity, humans decide what is real and what is not. Humans cannot make whatever they imagine come true. Through imagining, humans chart out what is true. They invent, with human effort, what exists. If an existential threat doesn't exist, we just have to make one. But of course, it doesn't work like that. Nothing could be more difficult than creating something alien. Our only reference points are humans, so the idea of something alien is unimaginable, because we cannot imagine outside of these terms. There's a certain degree of misunderstanding needed for humans to successfully classify something as alien. But before they blew it up, we got very close. Oh, that's from Iapetus, our maybe creepy boss man. Alright, day 5. Root core reformatting, 67% complete. Awaiting flight path, input, manual inject, forcibly extracting coordinates, coordinates received. Flight path passes through the former pilot training school, Lagrange colony. Oh, okay. They're giving us a little bit of lore before we proceed to that area, like they kind of did with the oxygen ocean. Receiving new mission assignments. Error. Block from ship self side. Manual inject, scan virus, extract. 3 viruses detected and deleted. Oh, shit. Oh, no. Your computer has been infected. You have to get rid of the virus, you have to email me Amazon gift cards. You have a new mission assignments. Colony. Reclaim tidal reactor from colony core before Memorial Foundation. Prevent theft of entire colony by Cradle's graces. Accept orders. Lomao. Accepted! Alright, that was good enough. Yeah, it doesn't seem like we had a choice but to accept those orders. Normalizing gravitational slingshot effect. Prepare for immediate launch to Lagrange colony. Okay. Oh, celestial mechanics is up to 50% today. We're getting there. I think we're getting on their good side, which is maybe good because we did steal our mecha from them. The string of pearls. Let's see. Alright. Nyx. Oh, okay. This is from Iadipus. Nyx, you fundamentally misunderstood the purpose of pursuing the dream of space. I never sought to correct you, after all. All of the great things you could have accomplished are the result of that misunderstanding. You believed in your dream, so universally loved, was loved because we wanted it to come true. This was not the case, of course, even though I think the Memorial Foundation truly believed that they wanted the same as you. But as the tides of Earth turned, they realized in their own hearts that they are not the forefront of humanity's change, but slaves to its whims. To protect human culture means to always be at its beck and call, no matter what it becomes. And their dream is one of overwhelming power that will unlock the last mysteries and cement our authority forever. What your children achieved with freedom from gravity, we will have the power to determine on our own. I hope you can understand the depths of my gratitude to you for exploring these ideas, that they might one day belong to us. The Oedipus. Interesting stuff. They're talking about some kind of next-gen evolution end of the world shit, but here we go. Oh, database leak. Pilot Operations Manager Europa. Of all the Generation 3 pilots, Mercury is far and away the one best suited to actually be a pilot, to the degree that I'd be terrified of giving that position to any other one of Iadipus's nightmare brats. So there's absolutely no chance that he'll be assigned, of course. He really is trying to maximize. What I want to impress, however, is that Mercury is still someone Iadipus chose personally for the pilot role, which he served himself which he served himself during the Cold War. Alongside the current second-tier candidate, Saturn, Mercury used to be a lot different, which is obvious. A lot of our pilots used to be a lot different for reasons only space can explain. I think reducing it to Mercury's personal stake is as incomplete as reading as it would be for any of the other pilots in celestial mechanics. Some of them even know exactly what they're doing, Mercury most of all. I don't think he has petulant grudges against humanity. He's just very critical. I'm down with that take. Oh, I like Mercury a lot. I'm glad Mercury can be our voice of reason in a lot of this. Don't make it sound like I hate following command any less than you. Oh, don't worry. I would never doubt that. Uh-oh. We're about to say something smarmy, aren't we? Hey, Mercury. Why are you still with Celestial Mechanics? Why are you? If you still are, that is. You're the one who can choose. Mercury. Oh, don't. If you hadn't hijacked String of Pearls, you'd be here like me, waiting. To see if it's true that we can be what comes after being human. I don't want that for you. I certainly don't trust or believe in Celestial Mechanics or Eotopus, but wasn't that the worst part? Even after he decided we weren't good enough to be the chosen pilots, neither of us left. He knew we wouldn't leave because we already wanted it too much. Ooh, getting some harsh blows in here. Do you still want that more than anything else? I don't know. I know what I don't want, and it's to have nothing to show for it. Nothing to show for what? Coming to space, going to the academy, never having a chance to fight in the Cold War, not having a say either way, falling stupidly for the worst man alive. I'm counting on you, Saturn, to give me something better than just the same Earth we left. Hey, you never have to worry about that. I have only the highest ambitions for us. Those girls you're flirting with better have a decent future for us, is all that I'm saying. He knows. Mercury knows. Sure, fine, okay. Only if it's a really good one. If nothing else, I'll make sure that he doesn't get the future he wanted. Any future but the future he wants is good. Give me and Ganymede a good place. There, wherever and whenever it is. Aw. That was actually a really nice conversation between them. It wasn't just super Saturn slamming on Mercury. Okay. Oh, we got 2 missions here. Deeper Cuts and Becoming Stars. So, the Lagrange colony is an uninhabitable husk, but Cradle's Graces still clings to it, quite literally. Pluto's dream might collapse under its own weight, or crush Saturn under it. Ooh. That's true, that gravitational influx, we can see it on the little... Oh my god. I know I've said it like 1,000,000 times, but let me say it 1,000,001 times. I love all the aesthetic styles and the visualizations for all of this. Deeper Cuts. In the Garden District, closest to the malfunctioning and broken tidal reactor that kept the colony together, time and space aren't quite right. It's the perfect place for a real fight. How deep under Lunaterra's skin do you think she can get? Ooh, oh, it's good. Yeah, let's go bother Lunaterra some more. She has the capacity to kill us at any point, and that's great. That's exactly why we should bother her more. Ugh, this place. You don't feel like seeing home again? Aw, come on. Don't tell me you don't have any fond memories of the Academy. I do, despite myself, and that's why I don't have any wish to see it like this. A ruined garden that only reminds us how weak the gravity of this whole venture really was compared to Earth. Not to mention, it was all for something completely worthless, too. Wait, now you're grumbling about a mission? This is historic! The Lagrange reactor is just a hollow shell, and there's barely any advantage to have in getting it. This better be a trap to use you as bait to get Memorial Foundation off our trail. Oh no, what a terrible trap to fall in. More flirting, I see. Is it unbearable? Yes, extremely. Are you really still getting nowhere with her? What are you talking about? I think you said you were going to crack her open and peel her shell, but I don't think you have. You don't know anything, shh. Ah, I am completely and utterly correct then? She's highly evasive. Point blank or sniper shot, I can't seem to hit her. Your type, I see. Shut up. I got the Academy's most notorious heartbreaker to look like an idiot at me, so I win, so shut up. She's even stupider than I thought she was. But she's not as stupid as me. That's right. Hell yeah. She's not as stupid as me, therefore I win, I guess? You're the one with your guts all over the place. Oh, just, fine. I'm frustrated, alright? But it's not because I'm not getting anywhere or because I even care. Alright. This time I'm done playing. Happy? If there's anything there, or if she's just metal all the way through, I'm gonna find out. If she is that boring, I'll never forgive her. But I'm coming back with guts this time. Ooh. Fight for real in a fun way, or fight for real in a fun way. Good. Big choices here. Again, I guess we'll stick with the Celestial Mechanics. I also love the name of their faction too. A surprise attack isn't very sporting. Don't be jealous because I got mine off first. You got a wound on me and the Lagrange reactor shell. That not a good enough deal? No way. In fact, apologize. Hiding so I can't surprise you again is so unfair, Lunaterra. Let me bully you some more. I'll pass. Are you sure? You sure you don't want to get bullied? See if you can find me first. You like cat and mouse games, don't you? You want to try it again? I won't let you just play a game this time. Can you find me even when I'm serious? Then I'll get serious. Ooh, Lunaterra hides in the Garden District, the one part of the colony she has no memories of. The Garden District doesn't have any trees or flowers or plants. It's not that kind of garden. A garden for the children meant to inherit space. Not like Lunaterra, who came in the first generation. Teenagers too old and too molded by Earth's gravity to inherit the cosmos. The second generation was raised here. In the light of the colony's center, the Lagrange tidal reactor Lunaterra remembers like the sun, with the hope that they would grow freely in the lightest of gravity, free of Earth's weight. Lunaterra is the one holding the useless shell of that reactor now. Even broken and useless, Lunaterra doesn't feel comfortable holding it. It's an unpleasant, untrustworthy object, and it feels wrong to hold. It was made by people, but it doesn't seem like it was. It's a fake, but it's unsettlingly close to what Celestial Mechanics eventually intended it to be when they seized control of the reactor before the conflict broke out, something not made by humans. If it's so useless, why don't you just give it back? You can tell what I'm thinking, huh? Or read between the lines, just like Pluto, but different. Ah, okay, so she knows Pluto, they all know each other. Something I still can't understand. You've been playing with her too, haven't you? I sure have. Jealous? Of which of us, though? Both. I could never read the story like you both. I'm straightforward. That's not even a little true. You're being way too stingy with the narration. Narration? You can't perceive space-time as a story? A narration spun out of the ambient gravity of humans? Telling you about everything, that is, if you can listen. You can't see how obviously your envy is bleeding out and everywhere, can you? I'm slipping, huh? Letting out more than I thought? But see why I'm jealous? I don't know anything about what you mean. I wish I could speak that language. Yeah, it's amazing. You should really be sad so you don't speak it. Oh, I just have this absence. Your impression on the narrative is something like spilled whiteout, a gushing ocean of bleach, which is a pain in the ass for someone like us. You also have a habit of acting too fast to get caught up in the story, especially when it's not going your way. 3 times faster than the story knows what to do with. That's how. You are different than Pluto. She would swell into the atmosphere, but you slowly bleed into the spaces between the lines. I can feel you seeping through. Ooh, I like it. I like it. There's like a very specifically a character connection with their mechas and like the powers that their mechas have. Lunaterra being a sniper, and yeah, like she was saying, the ship that Saturn stole does kind of just like seep in with its poison, blurring the lines between one and the other. What is it you're after? Curious? Then stop hiding. The rain-slicked streets are looking more and more the same. The weather is malfunctioning and the moisture regulator is shot, and the failing gravity is doing strange things, playing strange tricks. Mare Chrysium's feet are wet. She's afraid. She's falling right into a trap that feels like it's in every direction at once. You can't trick me. Lunaterra dodges at the last second, or was never there. If Saturn bleeds into the narrative, then Lunaterra's trick is having a real habit of interrupting the story just when it's getting good. Good thing she'll never know how much Saturn and Pluto think that's cool. I have eyes too, Lunaterra. Don't think gravity alone is enough. Ooh, Saturn swipes again. Lunaterra wouldn't be hit by such a thing, but she isn't ready for the dripping, sparkling neurolighting. She misjudges the distance, the unsureness of gravity. Meracrisium sparks and bleeds from her left arm. Lunaterra swings her spear, crushes the string of pearls to the ground. It crumbles, then darts away, lost in the mist. Saturn's worse off, but her machine will fix itself, and the poison in Meracrisium's systems is only getting worse. Dang, String of Pearls is a cool-ass mecha. I like it a lot. You almost got me, but not quite. Is your game off a little today, Lunaterra? I thought you were going to be serious. You're going to have to do a lot better than that if you want to see me serious. You're misunderstanding? I'm going to cheat. You're the one who has to take this seriously. And how is that arm feeling? Still sparking? Still gooey? It doesn't take that much, you know. Have you been cleaning your systems regularly? What kind of fight are you looking for? A one-sided fight where you try your hardest and still lose. Looking for payback? What? No, who cares about that? It's for you. Because you love getting owned. You love getting owned. Oh my god, give her the own. You're never holding back. There's no way I can beat you. You're even stronger than any story anyone's told about you. You always win, and no one touches you. If ship self fights were life and death, they'd make you a genius. But they're not. They're made in the image of plastic toys to fight like plastic toys. So that makes you an idiot for not playing along and being honest. You'll save a lot of time if you give in and say I'm right now. If you beat me for real, that'll be all the answer you need. Stoic to the last, but that's great. Your holding out on me is actually kind of delicious. What's the story going to tell me, when's the story going to tell me what's happening? Yeah, honestly, same. When is this, like, oh my gosh, there's still a lot of the story that doesn't make any sense to me. Or a little bit of sense. I think I can piece it together. When are you gonna let me hear about all the static in your joints, the trembling in your mask, your slackening grip? I'm on the edge of my seat waiting to know. Lunaterra knows that it's true. Saturn can't sense where she is at all, but she knows immediately that Lunaterra knows she knows. Tell me all about that, and I promise, without any hate or fear, I'll listen. You don't believe me, but I promise I won't laugh or hurt you. I can't see you, and you can escape if you want. I'll let you keep that little ball, even, and the poison will wear off, but I want to see. Do you want to show me? Ooh, the Meracrisium crashes to the ground, skids along the wet streets of the colony. Her legs give out, and her arms are too weak to catch her fall. String of Pearls lands gently, surprisingly. But that's what these ships were meant to do. They're meant to land gently. Even the electrotoxins are tingly, not painful, in a warm, numbing sort of way, like licking a battery with every part of your body. Ooh, that gives me chills a little bit. There's no way that Lunaterra can stand up. As soon as she lets it all in, she falls in a mess, totally defeated. Oh wow, you really did it. You got so quiet. You're so well trained. You're the big, strong ace, but you shut down so quickly. You really can't deal with me at all. Why is that? Didn't you say you weren't going to bully me? I'm showing all possible restraint. You really did make it hard. I thought you were kind of cool. You really acted like you knew what you were doing, even though you were so scared. Leave me alone. Oh no, baby. But you love this? You're looking forward to it. I can see right through you. These ships are meant to touch. If you never lose, you never let anyone in. Ooh, true. That's the way it is. It's not if you never let anyone in, you never lose. It's thinking of this as losing at all is actually kind of sad. You want to give this all up and drag me home? Are you really sure? Lunaterra, you really ought to not lie to me so much. This smug, untouchable Lunaterra that I used to hate, she's so boring. But the you that you don't want anyone else to see, that's a much better you. That's the you I want to see. Oh, damn! Dibbity damn! These mecha battles are they're very intimate in a way that is super cool and like rings out to what I think are the best episodes of Evangelion, like when the angel attacks on Asuka and they like, and they really get into her psyche. Oh my gosh, that's my favorite parts. Lunaterra is conscious of her own breath, of the conscious pulsing rhythm of her ship self, which trembles, and not just from the electrotoxins. She really can't move in any sort of effective way, but what she's feeling isn't fear or even helplessness. It's anticipation. If she thought that she trusted Saturn as much as anyone else, not at all. Now that she has no choice, she's surprised. She trusts Saturn so much, even knowing exactly what she wants to do. Saturn plucks the broken reactor out of Mayor Chrysium's hands and tosses it away like trash. And I will, now that I have the power to peel your skin off and see it. I'm really happy. I never thought I'd finally get to see you like this, even though you're letting me. Little secrets just for me that the narration will never tell. For you only. So only I get to see you twitching and helpless, no one else knows? Not telling. But if it's just for you, but it's just for you, so keep it ambiguous. Got it. I could be straddling you and pinning you, that's certainly possible. But not for certain, I'm not saying anything definite. You got it. Thank you, I've got my pride. Yeah, your pride? Tell me about that. It's worth a lot to me. Then I'm worth even more, right? Ooh, true. Ooh. That is some very intimate stuff. The writing is, again, very, very clever. Oh, here we go. We got some more mail and alerts. Ganymede intercept. Do not read Saturn. So of course we're gonna read it. Oh, it's from Mercury. Okay. I'm completely uninterested in communicating with Eodypus in any capacity that's not technically. I know my boundaries, but you are very nice to work. I know you're not jealous because you do respect me, but don't make me worry. It's what I like about you. I know you're worried for me. Not about me, and I appreciate that, but I do want to clarify things so you stop asking me about it, even though it is cute, and I do appreciate it. But really, I'm not saying that. Please don't hear that in a passive-aggressive voice. But I've been meaning to ask this for a while. Is it okay that I believe in this? It's important to me that you understand that it's nothing to do with him, so I worry that means that you don't understand what it means for me. I don't believe humanity needs to be punished. I'm fine being human, but I think an important reminder is needed. Not alien in the sense of a foreign other that can bear all of our rage and hatred, but alien in the sense of casting our own features into relief. I think what we see as a result should shame us, but there are many things we need to see. You'll probably say you support me and believe in me. Thank you, but you'll also say that it means something to you too, and that's really why I love you. Aw, that's really sweet and cute, and I like that they include all of these because we're getting a little bit more on like who these characters are, what they fight for, what they stand for, what they believe. Okay. Oh, this is an Eodypus message intercept from Celestial Mechanics Ship Self-Design. This is not what we talked about, not by a mile. You know I don't actually have a moral compass that does not revolve around what's cool. So coming from me, just know that it's my professional opinion that I'm not even sure that this is cool anymore. Creating a theoretical matter is not even hard under laboratory conditions, and in space it's easy to sustain it. But the creation of exotic matter like electrotoxins can get really not fun if you aren't careful. And since you hate fun, I already know that's not what you're after. And you don't have to level with me or anything, that's fine. But I do want you to know that this thing is basically designed to degenerate as quickly as possible. The reactor tends towards eversion, and that will require a pilot I really would not want to meet, and a piloting style that no one should ever do. Eventually, it's going to drag the pilot down, and that's going to be really weird and ugly unless they are immediately destroyed. Clearly you want that, I mean you've said so, but if they're going to have so much fun, let me try to convince you that you should set a self-destruct in there. Maybe something cool will happen when she everts and this ship self keeps her anchored in subspace to mess everything up. If it's not, don't you want a backup option? Ooh, that tells us a lot. That tells us a lot. Eodypus is like, yeah, the pilots that he's groomed are basically being like led to failure. Ooh, that's scary. Saturn, I would love it, just love it. Yeah? If you messed everything up this time. Is this reverse psychology? Did I really reduce you to that? I'm a little impressed by your persistence in nagging me, but now I'm feeling like I pushed you to your limit. Shut up. As always, I am serious. Messing things up is literally the only thing in the world no one has ever needed to specifically tell me to do. That's right, baby, we do it naturally. And you keep yelling at me when I do. I've been looking into Eotopus's work on the Aversion Project. Oh? How much do you know? More than you now. Of course, it was always suspicious that Eotopus decided to support us. He was very insistent in his interest in taking humanity to the next stage. As if that is why any of us wanted to connect with the so-called existential threat. People who already had everything on Earth couldn't possibly understand. Hey, they just want even more for themselves. Hey, that's what I thought too. Eotopus's plan is very attractive to certain factions in Memorial Foundation. Certain factions in Memorial Foundation really like the days when humanity was united against the existential threat. Except aliens aren't real. Okay, they're an nth dimensional shadow cast by the gravitational impression of human culture in space-time, but that makes them a few shades sort of real and much less dangerous than their cousins on Earth, and even those are so weak, kids with radios can take them out. Anyways, Pluto wiped them out. That was the whole plan. Since humanity doesn't care about them anymore, they'd never expect that we would find a way to evert our tidal reactors and become aliens ourselves. The only alien is what is alien to us, and that's fundamentally humanity. Wow, that's true. It's dropping the truth bombs. We're aliens to ourselves. F of x equals that which is not, that which is human, that humans are not. And Eotopus isn't going to give up everything he has for that. You think he's lying about wanting to? I think he's lying about himself wanting to. I think he's happy to let us complete the project and go home, because he'll have exactly what he and the rest of humanity is longing for. A scapegoat. Someone to be an alien humanity could guiltlessly fight against. Yes. Ooh, this is where the story's going. I like where this story's going, honestly. I am fine with abandoning Earth. It hasn't given me anything. But not on his terms. Not ever. Don't worry, Mercury. I've got a plan. No matter what, it won't go his way. Okay, nice. Good. I hope that continues to be true even as we continue to go towards the celestial mechanics route. I hope that continues to be true, and we have some way to avert this in some way. Because we don't know a whole lot about this Eotopus guy yet, but he doesn't sound like a good dude. Sounds like a bottom tier dude. Becoming stars. Oh, that's right. The Lagrange colony where the academy used to be. Yeah. Cradle's Graces still clings to it. We need to go there, and we're going to run into Pluto again and her giant gravitational pull. The whole colony? It's so refreshing to see you surprised for once, Saturn. I'm soaking it in. Ha ha ha, Mercury. But seriously? He wants me to stop Cradle's Graces from taking the entire colony out of the Lagrange point? Why? Why would they do that? Why would we care enough to stop them from trying? The colony should just rot. It's over. There's nothing left there. Cradle's Graces wants those memories to live again. We need to discard Earth completely and start something new. It's an anchor pulling us back home. The success of opening the gravity well on the moon will depend completely on how much is holding us down. Even weak gravity like that. That's more than just stopping her then. You want me to destroy the colony. That's the mission, yes. Not that I'm not the greatest, but isn't that basically impossible for me? It's huge. There are smaller moons. Do your best then. The less memories, the better. I thought you didn't have any problems, that the colony should just rot. Ha, that's a funny joke. We both went through the same shit. Don't ask me that. Every happy memory is made retroactively disgusting by the sort of person Eotopus turned out to be. I hate him so much, I will never get over how much. Saturn. Yes, Mercury? Then why are you still pretending to be with celestial mechanics? Why are you doing this is the real question, Mercury. You know him like I do, so why are you still here? I apparently have enough power to destroy a colony, and I can ditch him whenever I want. Leave celestial mechanics, take Ganymede. I'll protect you. I'll make sure there's a good future in the end. You absolutely will not be fine if I leave. Of course I don't trust him at all, but he wants what I want. It's what you want too. I can't trust him on anything else, but I can trust him on that. Even if he's just doing this for his own gain, with some other agenda in mind, he's truly going to give us this. Ugh, disgusting. That's what I fell for, so stop reminding me. That's why I trust you too, of course, even though I shouldn't. I know you won't accept anything less than what you want. If you can get even half of that, it'll be more than enough for me. Ooh. Whoa, 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 whoa. Battle in physical space for the future, or battle in narrative space for each other. Oh shit. I like the sounds of that a lot more, but again, I know that there are many multiple routes, and I think for now we're gonna stick with what we were doing. Let's continue. We'll stay loyal for now. Battle in physical space for the future. Alright, I guess we're doing it. Pluto hesitates because she's not ready for this kind of fight, and Saturn is. The colony shines like a star until you're right on it. Then it looms impossibly large, a translucent sphere, a drop of water suspended in space. Glistening beneath the drop of water, past the clouds that form in its crumbling artificial atmosphere, to the strange haze that seeps from beneath the crumbling streets, it's possible to make out the fading light of the colony's collapsing systems. A massive jewel, like a clean slice taken out of the earth, and floated in space until its gravity formed it into the tiniest planet. Even a tiny world is still a world. Who can touch this? Move it even by an inch, much less move the Earth by an inch. Is that the plan? To move Earth? Pluto drifts slowly in orbit around the colony, waiting. Even you don't know what to do sometimes, huh? I'm kinda stumped too, if I'm being honest, but sorry, destroying it sounds way easier than whatever they're trying to make you do. The string of pearls skates along the outer edges of the colony's ice and atmosphere. She's having fun. She's playing. For just a moment, Pluto wonders what she's doing here. Oh no, Saturn, I'm happy to see you here, but I was hoping that I might be able to convince you to help me take it away. Oh yeah? What made you think that? For the same reason you thought you could convince me. Because you like me? Or because you don't care for your side that much either? I care about all of us left here in space. It's amazing that you actually honestly do. But that's not what I asked, huh? There's a lot of ways to care about everyone up in space. Dragging a colony out of the Lagrange point yourself is one way to do it. There's another way to care about everyone up in space. You can show it by destroying this place too. You're saying that would free us from the past? But it won't make those memories go away. Ooh, Pluto's on the money there. Pluto is on the money there. It's true. I'm back taking a break after another death. Oh, man. I'm sorry, but welcome back. Welcome back. Ooh. Ooh, I like this song a lot. I like this jam. We're making something out of them, so that time and pain won't be wasted. This is important to me, and I'll fight for real over it. Oh, uh-oh. We're getting into real fight time. Don't look at me like that. You'll make me sad. You really don't need to be the one to tell me, because I already know I'm doing something super dumb. I wonder, what do you want, and why do you think you can get it from me? It's just going to be a fight. Is that what you're after? The string of pearls presses its heels into the ice of the colony's atmosphere. Yes, even more so now. Didn't they teach you about sunk cost fallacies in the academy? Memories should just be memories. That's why you kind of make me mad sometimes. I've been having this feeling you're going to do something way dumber and scarier than just fight me. Am I right? Because after I already said that there wasn't anything you could do, after you were shaking and afraid from just being close enough to see me, it looks like I can trust you to come right back, no matter how much I try to warn you, and trust you to come back twice as much. You're wasted on projecting this pointless ball of scrap. Whoever is ordering you around has no idea what they're doing. You're so right, but I'm still not going to let you through. You shall not pass. Oh, you're wasted on Cradle's graces in general, and the rest of humanity too. Don't try to push my buttons like that. I won't think it's cute. It's a lot of work to be human. I'm not trying to be cute, I mean it. It's more for some humans than for others. You're not mad at the humans who got to be human for free? It's a privilege to be human. Have you forgotten why we're here? Because humans who wanted to be more human took the least human of us up here to see how much more human they could be. And now they want to throw you away after they learned everything they could from you. Don't you resent humanity? I do. What do you do when someone says you can't have something? Do you think you should work twice as hard until you earn it? I don't. I want to smash it until no one can have it. Ooh. You know, you're just like Lunatera. Ugh, please don't say that. You're merciless. It's in a good way. Don't even then. Don't get me wrong. It just depresses me to see you wasted on all of them. You should be having fun. You know, I wish I would come here just for that. Just to have fun. Good, have fun with me. I know you want to show me mercy, lab rat to lab rat. Mutant bitch to mutant bitch. That's not what we need though, is it? I want to see the you that's having nothing but fun. I'm still getting used to this body, but I think I can still surprise you with it. And you'd like that, right? Cutting loose with no gravity to tie you down. I think about that every day. It's so tempting. You've got to be the ginger with the universe, you know, Saturn. Now that you're this strong, you've got to be careful. So much can go wrong. I'll make sure to be very careful with the universe you love. You don't have to hold back with me, though. Aren't I the only person you can go tied to tide with, holding nothing back? That's a big promise. I don't want to come off as full of myself, but I don't want you to underestimate me either. Plastic girl to plastic girl, I wouldn't patronize you like that. It's tempting, but I wonder if you're really ready. You wouldn't mind getting your ship self broken and dragged back to Cradle's Grace's dream lab to do who knows what to? What, is that supposed to sound bad? You really are? Oh, fine. I'm going to start easy, okay? Alright, they've flirted enough, so neither is in the mood to lie. Oh man, they're going into real fight time. But it's fighting, but it's also loving at the same time. Sometimes, you know, sometimes when you're in space and giant mechas are involved, it can be both. It's all about the giant mechas, the wars they fight, and the lovers within. So no holding back. A lie to others about how strong you are, and no mercy. A lie to yourself about how strong someone else is. Ew. Oh wow, I didn't think about mercy being a lie to someone else. That's interesting. That's a really interesting take. Oh, it was so good too. Oh, you had a very good run. I'm glad. I'm sorry about that thing. Sorry it had to end. All things must end. That's the beauty of, I guess, like roguelike games. I want to play more of those on here, and just in general. Anyway, when Pluto but you know, that's the problem. Video games do be expansive. But when Pluto opens her arms wide enough for her gravity to condense, pull, and tear through space, she's thrusting. Saturn can handle the pressure. She has faith Saturn will outdo her. Saturn meets Pluto's expectations with just a little bit of convulsing and shuddering. Then she exceeds them by darting like a bullet, a little hot arrow of danger, and just as dangerous to the touch. Prune Macula is a big target, but Saturn isn't going to be lazy this time. This is the time to be precise, to throw everything in on the vector she's flying along, to not let Pluto's tidal forces budge her a millimeter. Which is good, because even then, she only barely grazes Pluto. Whoa, what was that? What was that? Was that supposed to be like the hit marker? It looked like fucking Jazz Solo Cup. Oh god, I love it. Oh, the aesthetics. They're so good. Pluto's faster than you could ever imagine. The universe moves away, bending to not hit her, with tides that say, oh, coming into orbit is fine, but no touching. That you have to work for. Ooh, that Saturn dared anyway is very bold of her. The burn on Crone Macula where Saturn's light passed over Pluto stings only a little, but it was close. So Pluto takes her seriously and grabs the string of pearls by the tail, flings her into the colony's surface, and dives after her. Ooh, Saturn is basking in the bounty of attention. It requires all of Pluto's gravitational forces to keep her contained. The string of pearls makes her feel like goo, like a cartoon. Like a liquid, and with it, she's as slippery and untouchable too. Others would shatter under the pressure, but String of Pearls bulges and squishes. Ew. Pluto pulls and pushes, trying to force her in a space that will sit still long enough she can deal with it. Saturn squeals in excitement until she can stop giggling long enough to push Pluto off with an electric burn. Pluto can't help but laugh too. It's funny how much nothing is working even though she's trying as hard as she can. That makes her want to work as hard as she can. Lab-grown girls know, vat-cultured girls know, carefully indoctrinated, carefully raised, special gifted girls, they all know. Heroes want to hold us, but we don't need them at all. Rather than bandages and kindness, the sting of pressing wounds together is the medicine we need. No boy who wants to heal your wound is worth the one who will tell you your wound is there. Ooh, 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 that's real fucking good. I can't believe it. Me neither. I really thought I'd actually be the one beating you. You didn't lie though. You really could endure it, all of it. The colony is much worse for wear. Saturn shattered against it many times. Pluto broke across it a few times too. It's shaking in the Lagrange point. You won, even though you lost. I had a lot of fun. I wouldn't have been able to have it with anyone else. I'm glad I trusted you to not lose. Haha, told you. Good girl. I should never have doubted one of us. Thank you, thank you. We did our best. Had the most fun we could have. When we get to the moon, don't forget, you could keep having fun just like this if you let me show you the way. Ooh, gosh, it's so cool. I love the context of their space battles too. I love that it's not like grim dark and they have to die. Like they can enjoy the weird and intimate, the strangely intimate interactions that they're having with each other. It fucking rules. Anyway, it's January 30, 1981, and the day is almost here. The deadline to save everyone who came up to space with us, fought with us, tried to bring everyone up with us. If we shut down the lunar gravity well, there won't be any choice left. The power that keeps our ship selves in check will fall apart, and we won't have anyone else to go but home. Oh, anywhere else to go but home. If we kill the dream, no one will die. We really, really hope that's true. No one should die in space. No one should die, period. No one has to die because ship self-combat is shimmering missiles of light, cosmic explosions, electricity that sears through the soul. Blade science is impossible for a human to produce. Dances of combat without end. Yeah, that's what I was just talking about. A fight against ideas with toys. Humans would never show that sort of compassion to each other. Earth's answer is a single atomic particle fired at near light speed directly into the cockpit core. A true weapon from a military force. The quickest, most efficient, instantaneous, unavoidable way to kill a human. The most boring possible way to pointlessly die. No drama, no meaning, no nothing. Lunaterra, Memorial Foundation Ace Pilot. Ooh, I love it. I love it a lot. It's January 30, 1981. In the end, they might get everything they want in the way that no one wants. If we open up the lunar gravity well, then we can establish forever another Earth, and maybe another. We can inhabit the whole system, but that will cut humanity into two and more. The distance will be so much further. Everything we have will be even farther from them. How much are we going to lose? How much will we never be able to give them? The moon is very close to being part of Earth. It's full of life, and humans can live here now. It feels impossible, and I don't want to give it up. We should break it off forever, shouldn't we? All I want is to stitch these two humanities together. But if one of us dies as a result, I will fight forever to keep that precious thing alive. Pluto, Princess of Cradle's Graces. It's January 30, 1981. They don't name it because naming it gives it power, but not naming it gives it more. It must be in every corner, behind every door, far, far away in the spaces between the stars. It is defined and categorized in every human culture, and it is deliberately omitted from explicit naming conventions by Memorial Foundation in favor of a euphemism less captivating to the imagination, such as existential threat, rather than a specific word that would stimulate the imagination. But a trick like this will not work, and the euphemism is a hollow void that can hold all fears and all possibilities. Through gravity, humans decide what is real and what is not. But what is not does not stop existing. And it, like humans, can decide. It's the kiss of inverse, everything that humans can imagine, but can't become. The shortcut to attaining it is to forsake everything that humans already are. If a bunch of idiots get tricked into going there, it would make a very convenient enemy for Earth. That's their real fear. Before that happens, I'll tell you a little secret. Ready? That's from Saturn, Celestial Mechanics Test Pilot. True, and that's where we're headed more and more with the Celestial Mechanics route. Oh, route installation complete. New OS, Celestial Mechanics fleet collecting in the orbit of Earth's moon. That's right. That's where we've been. I feel like they keep hinting at that we're kind of headed towards the moon. That's going to be really important. Request for assistance received. Ignore. Awaiting manual input of mission parameters. Assist Cradle's Graces and Celestial Mechanic with the opening of the gravity well and changing gravitational constants to make conflict with Earth possible. Mission created. Get in as much trouble as possible with a Memorial Foundation ace. Mission created. That one we can do very easily. Calculating gravitational slingshot data from server hack. Ready for launch? Yes. Accepted. Normalizing gravitational slingshot effect. Prepare for immediate launch to Earth's moon. Ooh, we're doing it. We're headed out to the moon. We're going to the moon in a cardboard box. By cardboard box, I mean, like, terrifying, like, eldritch monstrosity mecha that's also alive but made of plastic and can mold and mend and has poison at its fingertips and is made of, like, you know, all the basic stuff we come to expect from the mecha genre. It's all good. Alright, new mail and alerts. Why children? Yeah, from director Nix. They aren't children anymore, but when they were pilots, they were, for all the obvious reasons that children are more suited to be pilots than adults. What does that mean? That also feels, I know I'm going to say it a ton, but this is very Evangelion inspired. Though it's kind of hard to write mecha in the modern age that isn't inspired by Evangelion, because it's just that influential. It is amazing. It is amazing that, like, one piece of media of any kind, I mean, influential in the anime sphere, Evangelion for sure, but, like, for any media to be that influential is it's wow, it's so extreme. It's totally wild. Very, very amazing stuff. And to be able to witness that, it's very, very cool. Anyway, let's see. Since the decline of the space program, there have been fewer and fewer waves of new recruits, and the current pilot generations have no successors. Adults are serving as pilots because there are no longer any children in space, and adults should not have to serve as pilots. It would be cruel to send children to fight a war so that adults don't have to, especially as adults have far more powerful tidal forces than the children. In their physical and metaphorical manifestation, tides are the measurement of the authority that culture has over the universe. Okay, here we go, a little bit more mystery fun science corner. The light of the soul that turns all impossible things into our dominion. The gravitational forces of children are weak enough to perceive and engage the existential threat without obliterating it instantly, and as a cancer that exerts a subtle influence in the back of our unknowing minds, they are suited to protect us from it. For this reason, Memorial Foundation has pushed against traditional cultural institutions for engaging external or existential threats with this more humane practice, due to the resiliency of children and detrimental long-term effects contact with existential threats has on adults in the vast majority of cases. In some exceptional circumstances, contamination lingers in children. The gravitational forces never achieve sufficient power to extinguish the existential threat without resistance. Without the tidal force to challenge other adults, they remain in limbo, unsuited to anything else. The remaining small percentage of the original pilot program that continues to reside in space is made of such cases. Interesting. Yep, that's why. Kids, all the mecha pilots gotta be kids. Fascinating. Very fascinating stuff. I'm really liking all of this world building. I'm super into that when games include, like, just like a ton, like an encyclopedia worth of just like background knowledge and lore and world building. Oh, I'm so into it. Thank you. I'm no different from my former colleagues. I think we all want the same thing, ultimately, every one of us. I'd implore you to be forgiving of them, though not of their methods. Many of us are thankful for the ending of the Cold War, the paranoia and suspicion that accompanied the strength of the existential threat in this world as it fed on the trauma and malaise and discontent of the world after the war. But I think some of us have some reservation about the future. In abandoning existential threats to address the threats of our home, it will inevitably result in us turning to conflict between humans once more, and in turn, the existential threat will thrive. We are looking for the smoothest, most uncontested future. I won't lie, this will not ensure happiness for everyone. In fact, it may be difficult to understate how much will ensure the opposite for what we will... so ensure the opposite for what we will ensure are very few. But what I'm proposing will ensure the maximum happiness for the maximum number of people. And what else can we do? That's kind of true, right? You think about Neath still? That's out of nowhere. Who is Neath? I don't think we've heard that name before. I think about them every day, obviously. They're the reason celestial mechanics exist. First to understand what happened to them, and then, because we couldn't stop thinking about it, about how to make what happened to them happen to us. We still don't know what it was exactly. They had us all get together to reach through space and time and contact the existential threat wherever it came from, to make sure that it truly had been defeated for good. I think they were really hoping it wasn't. We felt the same, especially us who never got to fight. We reached together as far as we could, and Neath reached farther than anyone. I didn't think it would have been them before anyone else. I like that Neath uses they them pronouns. It's good. But I didn't know them. Was it that they reached too far? Or what? Or something reached to them? What's the difference? In the end, they got it, whatever it was. Are you having second thoughts? Maybe. They were the only one. I always wondered why that was. Were they special? In a good way or a bad way? Ooh, what does that mean? They were chosen. What would be the criteria? We know it's none of that, though. Just a lonely, unchosen child. Without so little presence in this world, they fell into another one. That's how it is. The only trick is how to do it on purpose. That's just it. Are we too attached? I want to be something new and share it with everyone. Am I too heavy for the apple? It's a thin line between falling into inverse because you have hope and because you don't have any left. We should be glad it's not so easy, you know? Ooh. Again, getting a little ominous over there. Alright, yeah, here are our next two missions. The acceleration due to gravity. The celestial mechanics and Cradle's graces have one thing in common, and that's escaping Earth's gravity. To do that, they need Saturn and Pluto to work together to corrupt the lunar gravity well. It's an opportunity for one to get the upper hand over the other, but they're not thinking about it politically. Nah, they're thinking about it in a cutesy way. They're gonna be some hardcore flirting. It's coming. Plastic versus metal. Earth has promised to let the children of space sort themselves out, for now. But their machines of war guard the way back home, just in case. When Saturn and Lunaterra meet in a chance encounter, the true terror of humanity stares them down. Ooh, both sound very cool and interesting. Okay then. It's alright. I mean, it seems like, when we pick one, we're gonna get the option to do the other. So we'll start with the one with Pluto instead of the one with Lunaterra, like we usually do. How's the new equipment fitting? It's not that much weirder than how it was before. This mission really is a weird one, Mercury. This was always the plan, you know that. The lunar gravity well is the anchor that all tidal reactors resonate with. It's how ship cells maintain their form, how colonies on other planets and orbital bases and ships maintain environments humans can survive in. Gravity in both the literal and figurative senses is required for us to live in space, and without it, we dissolve into the universe, become everything that humans aren't. Oh, I like it. Oh, I love it so much. There's a lot of that in the universe, if you've noticed. If we want to turn into something interesting and specific, we have to make sure that we're controlling the aversion process. Is it going to work? Probably not. I wouldn't trust a Yotapus to do this right. There's nothing in it for him, so why would he care? When he lived on Earth, he had everything he wanted. He isn't like anyone else who came to space. He's just flirting with the idea of transcending human limits for boring reasons and only for his. There are no places left on Earth to conquer, so he wants to be the first to own the future. If this actually works, I don't want to share it with him. Oh, you don't have to worry about that. I told you, I was playing this how I wanted, right? I'm not letting him have this. Ooh. Okay. Pluto tempts Saturn to entertain a silly dream. Or Saturn tempts Pluto to fall in with her. Ooh. Fascinating. You know what? Yeah. Fall in with me. That's... Oh gosh, where is this going? It seems like we're getting closer to like the end of this route territory. I don't know. I don't actually know how long the game is. On the lunar South Pole, the moon's first city glitters mundanely. So ordinary, it's hard to believe it's not just another site on Earth. The Lagrange colony was destroyed, the Ares colony was stillborn, but Earth's satellite is almost as much Earth as Earth is. So we have the authority to name Earth's satellite the Moon, part of our body, the native sphere, and not foreign, unknown Luna. Even if the space program is ended, the Moon will remain part of Earth, as it once was, before a cosmic event tore it from Earth. Ew. Reclaiming the Moon was a historically and existentially important event for all of us, except for this impossible tower on an impossible mountain, in a point of internal light which is not so earthy yet. The gravity well is suspended directly above the tower's point, resonating with Earth to keep every wayward human in space grounded. The Moon has been taught almost all of the Earth's gravity, but not quite. There is still some possibility left. You're quiet. Are you up to something? What makes you say that? The tilde, but also everything else. Yeah, they were talking about that, of being aware of the narrative. That seems to come back into play the way they break the fourth wall. Hey, I'm being very sneaky here. Or is that could also just be like comms between their two ships? It's hard to say. The string of pearls and grunmacula circle around the small, glimmering void of the gravity well. For all the good it might do, Celestial Mechanics and Cradle's Grace's capital ships are standing by, just not too close. Who knows what could happen? I should be suspicious, shouldn't I? I think you must have some sort of evil plan. Of course, you should always be suspicious. I'm shifty, I'm here to get the upper hand. Good, that's why I'm here too. Still, I don't mind if it's your evil plan that finally succeeds, as long as it's yours. You're trying to fluster me, try harder. I mean, it is working, I just want to get flustered more. Oh, the flirting is back in full force. You're in a really good mood, so I'm extra worried. More worried to be working with you than all the times fighting you. Not in a bad way, though. The gravity well is a massive engine, and it is very stable. To destabilize it is very dangerous to everyone and everything, which is why they're opening it. The escorting operational platforms from Cradle's Graces and Celestial Mechanics tonelessly coordinate with each other to instruct Saturn and Pluto on preparations, like exes that are forced to attend an event for their children together, because that's what they are. Feel that. Now, you're the one who's quiet. I was in a good mood. Did I tease you too much? Oh no, I just was remembering something. Do you remember this too? We did something like this before, a long time ago. We did? Together? I only saw you a little bit back on the campus. It was a kind of weird time. You seemed really far away then. More so than now, and we weren't there that long. For the third generation, they wanted to kickstart the process, you know. Not a whole childhood of care and attention, but condensed, chemically assisted, cybernetic enhanced growth. They wanted us to go from nothing to perfect. I guess by that standard, we didn't fall as short as we could have. Unfolding dimensional chords, begin torque acceleration. They were hard times. You know I was really bad at first, right? Not just terrible at all the classes, all the tests, all the work, but I wasn't obedient or likable either. I was super annoying. It still feels like that's me most of the time. That can't be true. Of course it's true. I wouldn't have tried so hard if I hadn't been like that at first. When I first got here, I knew I was lucky and should have been so much happier than I was on Earth, but everything felt wrong. It took a long time for those memories to turn happy. Containing stray particles, establishing net. It was the opposite for me. At first I loved being a science experiment, but I guess it would have been different for you. I didn't think about that. You made it sound like we met each other before? Enabling physical canceller. Limit off. I'm good at remembering people. There's not that many of us, so it's not that hard. But I remember you. You look like you started out perfect, you know? I was a little jealous of you. I'm not surprised you don't remember the thing we did together. Everyone was there, and we were just thinking about what happened and not anything else. Oh, you're talking about... yeah, that. We were all there, so of course you were there. I didn't think about that either. Nyx, Iapetus, and Europa all wanted the space program to justify its existence. Earth didn't agree. The alien threat that we defeated with such ease wasn't even worth it. Just a shadow created by waves of humanity in space. A color and a light that fought us and never came into focus. So they had us all come together over the gravity well, just like this, to see if we could pull whatever they were more fully into our universe. And then it went so wrong. That was when the space program really ended, wasn't it? We never should have done it. It was risky, and no one knew what they were doing, and everyone was desperate. I don't know, maybe Neith doesn't feel the same way? Tiny point of... oh, that's right, because Neith had whatever that odd encounter was out there. Tiny point of glimmering darkness in the gravity well sometimes shines in such a way for a moment. It seems like there's something inside it. I hope that's true. I want to believe it. I can't blame them for what happened, though, either way. Really, though? What do you mean, can't blame them? I mean, they were the one who gave in, right? When most people talk about what Neith did or what happened when they turned inside out, when they turned inside out in the light of the gravity well, it was as if it was a horrible accident, not something they did on purpose. Why do you talk about it like it was? I just had this feeling. I didn't really know Neith at all. No, maybe I should just be honest. For a second, I was thinking the same thing. What if I jump in? I thought the same thing. It could have been like them. During the testing, we saw the gravity well opening before us. We could have jumped in too if we wanted. It was scary. It was, but a lot of us looked at that, and after we thought, us too. And that was how Celestial Mechanics was born. That's the truth. Whatever Iapetus really wants aside, we have our own ideas. That's amazing. I couldn't be so brave. When Earth looked at what emerged, they were filled with despair. So that's how I decided to feel too. After all, it was proof that the existential threat was the same thing it's always been. The same thing we've been fighting as long as humans have been humans. The shadow of possibility cast by us. The not quite there aliens we had fought for so long were just caused by our own ripples in space-time. We only had ourselves to lose and nothing to gain by fighting them. Where Neith went and what they became, only Venus knows. What did you really feel in that moment before you told yourself otherwise? Ooh, that does make me wonder. I don't think they're related, but in We Know the Devil, there's a character named Venus, and they reuse a lot of these, like, planetary names. I wonder. I'll tell you how I felt. I felt smug. I mean, I did everything right, and that loser messed up. When I learned it was the end of the program, I was mad. But when they demoted me from piloting anyways, I realized I was the fool. It was an important lesson on not being a good girl. Stabilizing reaction. Synchronicity perfect. Hold until stable. I feel like I know you a little better now, Saturn. Me too, in a new kind of way. Now you, what did you really feel? Ooh, the gravity well opens. The reactor is turned inside out, from shining white to infinite black, drawing in all that is and emitting all that isn't. Yet. But with gravity itself, the weight we have in the universe, that alone is all we need to touch. Oh, there you are. I knew we'd only get a moment to touch. Do you maybe think sometimes of falling in? Even you must have thought about it. Core resonance in perfect conditions, ready for full release. Gravity well unbound, all stability checks nominal. Here it comes. Back then, I almost did jump in. I thought about it before it was happening, but when they said, you must not, under any circumstances, it would make anything I couldn't do possible if I left everything I had behind. Ooh, again, this is some very, very Evangelion shit. This is some very, like, human instrumentality project stuff. I won't say more than that, because I don't want to spoil Evangelion for anyone who hasn't watched it, because it is very worth watching. It's an awful paradox of a deal, but I wanted to do it so much, I wanted to do it so much I would have if Neith hadn't wanted it 1 second more. I've never told anyone that. You're really good at seducing people, Saturn. If I gave you the chance to fall in again, would you? Would you fall in with me? Oh, just you wait and see. Ooh, are they gonna jump into the unknown together? That's also some Scott Pilgrim ending shit. Again, I don't mean to spoil all this stuff, but it it all resonates with me very strongly. The gravity well shines. It is collapsing into a star. Everything is starting. The opening was peaceful, perfect, no problems. But there is a feeling, like the fluttering of wings deep down. Oh shit. Oh, there's more. We're moving on to day 8. Celestial mechanics is up to 87%. Okay. Alright, yeah, we've got our one more mission. That's probably going to be with Terra Nova. Oh, more on the Y children. This is new, right? Yeah. We read that other Y children before. Okay, give me the new one. Give me the deets. I want that fresh lore. By the end of the space program, with recruitment having stopped almost a decade before the official decommissioning of the space program, all the pilots had become adults. Yet they were recruited as children and spent the fiercest years of fighting against the existential threat as children. Much like criticisms levied at the scout programs on Earth, it was a motion that... criticisms levied at the scout programs on Earth. I think in We Know the Devil, that's what they call them. I think they were in the scout program, so I think they might actually share the same universe. Ooh, that's really exciting. Oh, that's really cool. Okay. Anyway, it was a motion that Memorial Foundation considered heavily in deciding how to recruit their pilots. Children have no special piloting qualities, with much weaker tidal authority than adults, who, of course, have the tidal authority to engage other adults. Adults would be stronger, more powerfully able to use ship selves. Much more so, the beloved and chosen adults rather than the discarded and flawed children that were chosen. Ooh, wow. On Earth, adults with much stronger tidal forces than children will destroy the existential threat before even comprehending it. And because of this, those threats are able to hide in the world and prey on those who are more weak, such as children, or those who are unchosen, even as adults. Those who are strong enough should struggle with other humans, and those who are weaker protect the rest from the trivial threats outside humanity. Sustained contact with the existential threat often exacerbates this effect, and there is a cold twofold reason for delegating who will and who will not confront existential threats. Children and the unchosen bear the burden so adults will not be worn away. Ooh, wow, okay. They do it so that the regular adults don't have to. Everything is ready for you. I wish you had let me help you more. You'll be fine back home, without a ship. I envy you a little bit. Piloting is for girls and jocks. It's not my thing. But I wish I was coming with you. Sometimes. A very, very tiny bit. Mercury, we are very different, but I love you. We're parts of the same thing. We wanted the same things. And I'll walk alongside you until we get them. Really? You're not leaving, possibly forever? If I'm leaving, you're coming with me. If I stay, I'll bring you home. You know you can't rely on me for anything, but you can... you know you can't rely on me on anything, but you know you can count on me for this. I promise. I promise. Ooh, period at the end in proper... Yeah, you promise with correct punctuation and capitalization? So you know it's real. What else can I do to pay you back? Wow. Oh, yeah, getting very real. This is very different from the cheeky hacker we saw at the very beginning of the game. Nothing. I count on you for a lot, Saturn. Same way you count on me. Aw. That's really sweet. It does feel like we are reaching, like, the end of everything territory. Spinning up tidal reactor. Frequency double checks. First turn. 100%. Frequency double checks. Second turn. Now stop and spin them again. From 0? Again? Where were they at? 99.99999%, but it doesn't matter. They should be at 100%, so we're spinning them again. Mercury, if I go out and die, it's not going to be because we didn't quintuple check every reactor pulse. Saturn, this time please, could you listen for once? No matter how useless I know that telling you this is, I know I say this over and over, but you can listen. Seriously, tell me you're going to not be risky this time. It's not a game anymore. This mission is different. It's not ship self to ship self. Those troops are real weapons from Earth, designed for threats that are real, not existential. They are perfectly capable of killing. They are designed for no other purpose. That's not going to even be an issue, though, because your orders are strictly to observe and not get remotely close enough to engage. They won't leave stationary orbit around the near side of the moon. They're Earth's insurance plan, and we can ignore them as soon as we make sure that's all they are doing. Don't joke about dying. That can happen. It won't if everything is perfect and you do exactly what you're supposed to. It finally matters this time, and you... Mercury, please, I'm actually really sorry, Mercury. I didn't mean to make you worry. I mean, I didn't mean to make you really worry for real. I promise I'm not trying to die, okay? I promise, okay? Making poor choices about who to kiss and what to do isn't the same thing. I listen to you when it's for real, okay? I wouldn't cross the line. You're my friend. No one else is worth you. You're the most important. We've been through too much. I wouldn't ever go back or throw everything we've got away. You know that, right? Sorry, I'm acting like I forgot. Mercury? Hey, say something. You idiot, give me a minute. Damn it, I was going to act like I tricked you. I was going to feel smug, making you think everything was serious and I was going to lord it over you. But now I'm crying, asshole. Oh, Mercury. We made Mercury cry. Sorry about me, but I love you too, don't worry. Aww. Oh my gosh. Ooh. They hide together in the peaceful moon's winter night. That is really, really sweet, but the celestial mechanic's choice, the one we've been going with, is to risk dying, tearing that machine to pieces. I guess we're going. Let's go. We're going ham. Time to get out there. Whoa. It seems almost like it can't be a coincidence bumping into you again. Fancy seeing you here. A likely story, but please stay down. It's closing in. That thing wants to murder us very badly. It wants to kill. Yep, aren't you itching to fight it? The autonomous military unit is waiting for opportunities. It seems, but it's really just reacting to conditions and responding with protocol. It's inevitability, gravity, law. Humans can be pretty unambiguous, which is why if you want something done precisely, you must teach it only a sliver of what humans know. If you want someone dead without complication, you need to remove nuance first. Ooh, snap. It doesn't have any kind of morality system or decision-making process. It's very non-discriminatory. Just gravity and nothing else. It's a gun and not much else. So maybe you should stop harassing it so much? It's annoying though. I want to bully it. I promised that I wouldn't tangle with something if it was really life or death, but now that I'm here, I'm too tempted. I just absolutely want to tear it to pieces. Completely destroy it. Yeah, completely destroy like it wants to destroy me. You ever feel like that, even when you're terrified? Especially then, but it's not worth fighting, not at all. Even a little. It's like fighting gravity or a whole planet. What can you call winning against something like that? There are a million more. You can't have a real argument with something like that. They sent autonomous troops because they didn't want to have one in the first place. It just goes to show they really don't care what happens to space or anyone in it. Or they do, and they want this badly. To believe they don't. You're gonna hate this, but that makes me wish I could crush them even more. Sorry. There has to be a way, right? Oh, it's changing shapes. Unlike a ship self, the autonomous military unit doesn't have a shape that remotely resembles a person. There's no need for that, obviously. You would give something a human shape only if you wanted it to be able to express the fullness of being a human. That's true. Oh man, that's the classic mecha thing. We could have made them in any shape, but we made them look like us. That classic playing God scenario. Fuck. This is why, oh my god, I love the mecha genre so much. I mean, just big robots fighting is cool, but when they get into the nitty-gritty, they talk about stuff like this, oh, it's so good. I have a huge list. I want to watch just about every Gundam series that has come out. I need to catch up on that more. I have a huge ol' big ol' honkin' list of, like, mecha anime, but specifically Gundam that I need to watch more, because I know their later series do delve more into that. Though, I think that's more of like a Eureka 7 Evangelion thing. I think Gundam's more like the political turmoil, which is also, I'm very down for. Anyway, War has never been fought like that. Military technology is designed to narrow available resources in order to efficiently execute a specific single function. Giant robots have never been practical for war. That's kind of true. We'll probably never see giant mechas in the real world, just because they're just not utilitarian, but they are badass, and that, to me, is way more important. What is necessary is a single vector pointed in a certain, inflexible, fixed direction. The autonomous military unit may not look human, but it is human. A single, uncomplicated human thought. Die. Ooh. Ooh, wow. Wowzers. Again, the writing is incredible. I'm worried that telling you this will just encourage you, so I shouldn't. It feels like a bad idea. But they're not invincible or almighty against us, even if they're incredibly, overwhelmingly powerful. Especially here in the liminal zones of the moon, but not ever, not anywhere. It's nice to hear even you get mad about it. I understand the math. We're risking our lives and our personhood, and they're not. It's very one-sided. Humans are cowards, and that makes me want to fight even more. Oh, music's kicking in more. I'm saying it's not worth it. The statement will be lost on Earth. They've got an endless number of drones. But you can destroy them, right? I'm not asking if there's a point. I don't care about that. I'm asking if we can. Let me know how you did it, right? Because you have. You really don't know, Saturn. You just don't, and you never will. You can wish and wish, fight and fight, but Earth will never let us go. 9.8 M/S caret 2. That's not called a caret. That's just what I know about, is what we're bound to. Your weight and mine are nothing compared to that speed. We can't even scratch the surface. But you are right. It was stupid. But when I was with Cradle's Graces, I destroyed one. Pluto made me promise to never risk my life over something like that again. Oh, so Lunaterra was once, yeah, she was once with the third faction. Whoa, that's a huge brag. But given all that, kind of a crazy thing to do. Why? Not that I think it doesn't rule. I was feeling the same. Oh, yeah, why? Yeah, okay. I was feeling the same way you were feeling. Pure spite. I'm not quite as bad anymore. At least, I'm trying not to be. I know that feeling. It's easy to bet your life when you don't care whether you lose it or not. If we fight together, we'll be betting on each other. It doubles the risk, and there's still no point. Is there really no point to it, though? Useless. Okay, that's true, but not pointless. Yeah, useless and pointless are a little different. It's true. You are so clever, Lunaterra. But you have outsmarted yourself, and now you're believing there is no meaning in fighting against that blind and unstoppable force. I definitely know what battles I want to fight. Uh-oh. Oh, it's moving. The senseless eye of the autonomous weapon fixates on their location, but the string of pearls doesn't give it time to get inquisitive. Saturn's closing the distance, cheating distances. It reflexively attempts to close distance too, but its calculations seem to be constantly just off. Saturn, come back. What did I say? Were you listening to yourself? Aren't we doing this? Are you gonna prove my point or what? It's no big deal for you, right? You've done it before, right? It'll be twice as easy now. So don't make me fight it alone. That'll be fucked up. It'll be heroic if it's the two of us. So come on, enable me. Don't you want me to not end up like you? Don't you want me to not end up like you? The autonomous military unit is extremely simple. It fires a simple burst of metal directly at a cockpit. A particle unaffected by gravity, instantly lethal. It takes all the drama and expression out of fighting. The ultimate anti-climax. That's why true combat is ugly, arbitrary, horrifying, a struggle for power in absolute terms. Not a romance like fighting in a perfect body can be. Ooh, wow. Wow, yeah, you know what? I'm also very glad because, Avia B, the writer, she got some shit to say in this game. It's very good. It's only because you did if I pronounced her name right, I don't entirely know. But it's only because you did something so stupid that I'm joining you. A blue elusive streak. Unmistakable but impossible to pin down. Follow Saturn. Liar, fake, hypocrite, you've never smiled as much before as you are right now. Against even a single autonomous unit, not dying starts out hard and keeps getting harder. Saturn can cheat the distance. It's the reason she isn't instantly dead. Their targeting is flawless and predictive, based on clear indentations made in space, time, culture by gravity. But Saturn just cheats. Every time she cheats the math, and every time it adjusts to correct and keeps getting smarter and harder. Still, Saturn does the math better than it can. Damn, she does the math better than the autonomous unit. Don't you ever think Saturn's dumb. Lunaterra will die if she thinks to herself about what's happening for even a single second, so she doesn't. She verbs instead. Do this, do that, make it real, make it happen, don't think or blink. Simply, impossibly, always be doing, always be being, don't get hit, and never die. Nothing like life or death to remind you that being alive is great, and in that state you can become infinitely capable of fighting tooth and nail no matter what. Ooh, when Mechas' hard light slugs hits the unit's chassis, it miscalculates, dips in motion, but it's undeterred. It can endure much more than that. Lunaterra respects that and fires 12 dozen more, as point blank as possible. No time for mercy, so increase the output more than should be possible. Defensive installation keeps it protected from the string of pearls electrotoxins. All the string of pearls can leave is a series of bleeding, oozing, hot pink pinpricks. Nothing but scratches until there are so many of them they aren't just scratches anymore. There's no limit to how mean she can get. It's something else fighting like this. I wasn't ready. You're doing amazing. You're unreal. You have to be, otherwise you're dead. So don't let up, don't stop, and keep going. It's the only way. Every approach and hit counts, so you've got to be perfect. The autonomous military unit is fast, faster than either of them, but it isn't faster than coincidence. It's not fast enough to predict someone who's not even thinking, and it's not faster than cheating. Saturn works her whole hand into its guts and comes out with a fistful. Aw, hell yeah. Get it! It has dozens of redundant components, designed to withstand unreal trauma and continues fighting, but there's a slight delay as the fail-safes switch circuits. That moment is time enough for Lunaterra to plunge her iridescent blade into flailing sensors that burn into white light. Even torn in half, ripped apart both ways apart by a division of light and dark. Undone, the autonomous units still move. The only way they will win is to be completely thorough. Pull the guts out every which way, never show mercy, and never let go until they've bathed in it head to toe. At the end, they don't even realize when the moment came that they were still alive. They had won. Are you finally satisfied? God, it was worse than I remembered. No idea how I did it alone. I feel incredible, beyond satisfied. If I didn't feel almost dead, I'd be begging you to do that all over again. I knew it'd just encourage you. Shows the good it did. You know, Lunaterra, I'm fighting. No matter what, no matter who wins. I know the best I can hope for is half of what I want. But I'm not here for a realistic outcome, even if that's all we get. I'm just going to fight forever with perfect greed until I get everything. I don't know if I can be that cool, but when it comes down to it, I won't stop either. Ooh, we've moved on to a brand new day. Oh, it's from Iapetus. Well then, I'm quite impressed. You don't even sound impressed. With how much I fucked everything up, I thought I'd get to see you surprised for once. If you had this much faith in me, you shouldn't have got so mad. I wouldn't be respecting you very much if I wasn't prepared with contingency plans, but I'm delighted to not need them. Haha, I thought so. I used to think you knew everything. Oh, good to see you're understanding the fallibility of your superiors. Now I understand it's because you just don't have any experience not getting what you want, and you always are sure deep down it'll turn out for you. You wound me. I'm no stranger to not getting what I want. The world would be a very different place if I did. No, Iapetus, not even close. You've never even come close to not getting what you want like I have. Forgive me then. If you put it like that, I'm certainly much closer than you. But that's the reason for this arrangement, of course. You will all get the bodies you've wanted so much. Ah, damn, I wish that were true. And Earth will have the villain it desires. Ah, so you are that clever. What of it? It's still a mutually beneficial scenario. You and humanity will be so different from each other that you could not possibly understand or communicate with each other. Both sides can fight each other with abandon until the end of time, and never hurt those they love. You will have yours, we will have ours. If you have the will to abandon your own humanity, then abandoning the rest of the human race, who never cared for you in the slightest, should be trivial. Ah, you don't know how relieved that makes me to hear. You really don't understand. Whether it's spite or love, no way! I'm not sharing this gift. Ooh, the fleets crash, ship self against ship self. In the shadow of the gravity well, none of it is visible from Earth. A quiet conflict, not a war, has been stressed. It's more like a very pointed argument. It could be a conversation if only they understood each other, and sometimes they do. It could be kissing if they loved each other, and sometimes they do. With the gravity well open, unrestrained, they fight weightlessly under the full weight of their own gravity alone. A truer way to fight than anyone has experienced before. To fight with one's own self and the full weight of one's gravity and the hollow weight of inverse is the only time this will be possible. Our true power, unrestrained. Celestial mechanics simply takes advantage when no one else is looking. Celestial mechanics made no plans to win. After all, there's no way to win in this sort of conflict. The winner only has to prove a point. The way that celestial mechanics accomplishes this is simple. True to themselves, without the weight of gravity tying them to Earth, tying them to orbit, holding them in their human forms. What happens next is the natural result, and that's what proves their point. It isn't immediately clear anything is wrong. It happens naturally, as a consequence of truly unrestrained conflict, each one climbing to the top, seeing how far their limits are, and realizing, suddenly, there aren't any. When the first pilot sends her reactor limits past the theoretically possible range, her reactor everts, and what only existed deep inside is now the face she wears. A perfect, unbelievably true self, so true that it cannot exist even in orbit, until she's joined by another, and another. In unison, their gravity holds them together. Oh, there he is. Blur out his stupid face. Good job, Saturn. It's exactly how I imagined. Not having second thoughts, are you? It's everything you wanted. And it will be good for Earth as well. Your infection of the gravity well was perfect, and you will successfully fuse with your ship self, just like you wanted. It's for our happiness too, of course. Humans will get to live as humans, aliens as aliens, as enemies mutually agreed upon with no possibility of communication or reconciliation, and no conflict or guilt on our own sides. Humanity shouldn't externalize all of their problems, but I think we can still manage progression with most of them. And with your hands already sunk into the gravity well, I should tell you it's technically too late. Things will take care of themselves from here. And thanks to your actions, I have had more than enough time to prepare for re-entry. I knew it would be that easy for you to ditch us. Not so. I still find you all so fascinating, leading such beautiful lives. I have regrets, of course, but I have a real world to get back to. I'm not having regrets either. I'm only mad about how much you're underestimating me. Because you think I'm satisfied only getting what I want and not greedy enough for more? Yeah, we just... Ooh, uh-oh. And the aversion... Oh, she broke her circuits and the aversion starts immediately. She can feel the gravity well pulling her inside out. The secret within humans to be pulled to the fore. She needs it, but not just yet. I wonder what it is you think you can do at this point. You've already conceded. Unless you're hoping for some reconciliation between humanity and the alien. That is, by definition, impossible. It must not be too impossible or you wouldn't be training all your weapons on me. Well, I am impressed, because I finally have no idea what it is you are doing. But just because I don't understand doesn't mean I'm not going to prevent it. You have no understanding of what the violence of actual combat is like under Earth's authority. Oh, what is this? What am I looking at? Iapetus's Roncevaux Terra is equipped with certain features that allow it to divide and categorize. It's an abstract ability with a lot of applications, sophisticated and sinister, and the warrant of Earth itself behind it. So Lunaterra figures the best solution is to just shoot him. A lot? I like your thinking, Lunaterra. It's honestly a very good solution. Iapetus buckles, and whatever thing he thought he was doing, he isn't. Is that supposed to be blood coming out? Easy. That's because the hard part is coming next. Promise? Ha, you say that now. But thanks for going alone, even though I didn't tell you anything. I know how to make the best of a bad ending. Hey, it's not anything worse than whatever you had planned, probably. So I'll make it the best bad end we can find. Pay attention or die. The intent is lethal and simple, but the weight is not heavy enough to kill. Were they serious? Did I get the bad end? The string of pearls tears a hot pink scar through space-time. These bullets can go there. If you can come close enough to talk to me, you can come close enough to kill me. But I don't want either. I want to never see or know you throughout space and time. Indeed. So complete the transition. If you remain human, you'll die. Oh, damn. Me too. I can endure it. The autonomous military units come to his aid, but their sensors are off. Their movements are slow. Human gravity is losing its authority here, and their tools are useless. I could seriously really use a little bit of help here. Well, if you're actually asking. Yo, all the mechas have shown up. All the good girls are here. Or all the bad girls if they don't. Yeah, they expressed that before. They don't want to be good. Pluto unfolds the rhythm. She decodes the sequence. Plates shift, engines hum. Her eyes open. Ooh, so she opens up her eye. Her other, biggest eye. Big enough to swallow it whole. And then she blinks and swallows. She's got hungry eyes. Pluto's hands hold Saturn's tightly. I thought you promised me no bad endings. That's what I'm trying. It might really be working. This already feels too good. I really know what you mean now. Do you have an answer? I'm sort of counting on you for it. You think I know how to find the good future in all this? Well, you're a good person. I need you to be the one not just thinking just about us, but the humans left behind too. You think you wouldn't? I think you think too much of me and too little of yourself. The Iapetus has an answer. The story ends when the weapon that is designed without exception to kill does so, and forces a choice between one of two sides, human or alien, two distinct and incompatible worlds. The mathematical model needs to be perfect. It needs to allow for exchanges of matter, light, information without allowing for understanding or communication. This is an extremely easy calculation to create. It's the oldest narrative there is. It's the one that Earth has told again and again and again. The Iapetus has an extensive library to draw from, starting from the first moment humans separated light from dark. There is a way, and fuck off with this, we don't want it. Saturn throws that narration out. Why should it work like that? Why not make up something different? Who says physics work this way? Who says the calculations turn out that way? Ooh, I like this a lot. Oh my god, I love this. Hell fucking yeah. You're not gonna alienate any of them. The Iapetus wants us to take the fall. For everyone. For the Earth. For us to scapegoat each other. I hate that. If our cores collapse, a world where anything is possible arises. And at the same time, we will have closed off all the possibilities that make us human. The existential threat we always feared and hoped to unite us will be real. And they will finally have a real war. I want all of that, but I just want to add a little tiny bit extra to it. Iapetus wants to reduce the only information it will be possible to exchange between us to violence. But you want for something different to be exchanged? Love! Make love, not war. Absolutely. So that we can't hurt each other, but that we can something else with each other. It will have to be very small and very imprecise. At least it'll be something different, you know? There's no choice, or there's no chance of going back to being human. Not zero chance, although we won't even remember what being human is, so it's pretty low, I guess. That's good enough for me. Let's hope it's good enough for us all. Ooh, there's no limit to how big we can get. Size is a funny dream. It's relative. It doesn't have to matter anymore. It can be set like any other variable. As the gravity well draws matter towards it, and even light, it emits a not energy, a not light, that can perfectly make up a body just as well as all that. Big enough to be equal to the Earth, big and close enough to compete with the Moon, to anchor in space and time, equal division between us, to be a new and separate world. The autonomous units are single vectors, prepared for human violence, and we can't be cheated like that anymore. Only sad humans can have their gravitational impression in the universe terminated by the extinguishing of their bodies. They'll have to fight us on our terms, and if they want to get rid of us now, the way humans should fight, with no fear of ending, the consequences will be unimaginable. We aren't going to have selves or consciousness like we're used to having. That's what it means to give up humanity. We won't know who we are, and we might not understand our grasp of each other anymore. That's true. You might not know how true that is, it's so true. The final mystery of what is human, what is alien, ever shifting, for all ground reclaimed by humans lost to them. Humans have a lot, we'd only be able to imagine what it was like to be them. Hey, it's not all bad though. Don't overestimate the human race. Do the math. If we lose how humans love each other, do you think there's ways to love each other that humans don't know yet? Hell yes! Hell yes! Do they really know every way there is to touch and know each other? Or is there still much more to learn too? Maybe we're only scratching the surface. There are many, many routes. We won't understand each other in the same ways, but we'll understand each other in ways we never could. And we will now write a new story with our gravity, a new world. As we leave the level existence he insists on engaging us at, our tides push back. And earth tides, which no longer bind us, insist on him. What are you doing, hypocrite? You want to fight in the realm of heaven? Your place is on earth. That's only to wonder at now. The story's ending twists. We are far away, another space and time. Watch us in the sky, but never touch. Until you find your answer on earth, you'll never touch heaven. No matter how bad you are at being human, there's no other way to be. It's really disappointing, but it's simply true. We just can't think in any other terms. You can say you want to not be human, but can you actually make it happen? Forget even how to logistically, technically, philosophically make it happen. How do you blueprint it in the first place? Every time we try to imagine an alien, in the end, it's just ourselves from a different angle, because all we have are human things. So the ambition to assemble them in an order that's alien to us is kind of inherently doomed. But that doesn't mean it's useless. Imagining that which is human, that humans are not. When I say I don't want to be human, what I really mean is I can't stand being human like this. Emphasis on the like this. What I want instead is to be human like that. That was the beginning of the space dream. Everyone in the Memorial Foundation felt that way when they sent us here. And everyone on Earth who believed in us felt the same way. Let's be more human. How much more human can we be? That faith waned, maybe because they were jealous, yet maybe also because the direction we were taking the future wasn't enough. Just another human that they didn't want to be, or a sort of human that they're scared of being. I don't owe them anything, but there's one more thing I can't stand: not being seen for what I am. So choose to come with us or choose to stay, but I won't be happy without them knowing what they're missing out on. Look up in the sky and see all the weird stuff we get to do with each other, and come join. Oh my god, that's beautiful. Reactor collapse, eversion event. The impulse, always deep and always lurking, to turn inside out. Everything has reversed. Nothing is the same. Giving up everything that isn't real for everything that is. So now they can't touch each other, can't lie in bed with each other, can't get legs entangled with each other. Instead, they have ways of physically interfacing that aren't like anything we could imagine. Clouds of particles drift into each other. Maybe they touch through each other instead of just on the surface. It can be in a cold and gentle way, like through a ghost, or maybe a warm and gross way, like reaching into guts. Smiles communicated in physical light, an embrace of psychedelic mind matter, lazy sex in a morning bed, except the bed is curvature of space-time, and sex is something so obscene it would make your mind implode to consider it. Oh my god, the ship cell fused to the hide, the gravity reactor to the flesh, because humans have sciences to distinguish the differences between those things, and these new aliens don't. They won't have arts or sciences, they won't know what the differences are, and they won't know what they mean, but they will understand the difference between many other kinds of things that we do not understand. A real hero would have turned out differently, but that's not who we are. Our ships have mouths now, and they open, and they can scream. There can be sound in space. Now our vibrations can touch the things that aren't there. Humans know it's time to flee. The threat from within is now without, as they desired. The moon is no longer hospitable, as alien and mysterious as it was long before it was possible to reach it. Can't speak or write, has other ways of communicating information, can't use the old senses, has new organs for it now, can't love in the old ways. There are new ways of having that too. Laying together in the stars, we can do that though. The metaphor translates. That's what this is, indisputably. And everyone is invited who wants to become a world and never touch Earth. That's a different world now. Their strange intimacy can touch us even now, longing to teach us and tell us what they've learned, what they share, laughing without laughing with each other even now. They are so far away they cannot even be our enemies, but they will break our hearts. Wow, it's a lovely night tonight. Perfect, not for stargazing, because the light of the trinary system outshines them by far, but it's a perfect night to watch the three of them. Look, there's Luna Terra, the 2-in-1, rising, almost full. She almost outshines the moon, a bridge between the Earth and the moon no one can cross. The nebula cloud of Pluto is a shimmering, benevolent mystery, swallowing an eighth of the sky in a permanent sort of twilight. And the glittering twinkle of Saturn that tricks the edge of your sight this way and that, always seeming to be in the corner of your eye but hard to see directly, and making the boundaries of your heart and mind ever so thin. We lay out our blankets and watch until someone catches us, and we run. But it's all fun and games until that day comes. They're waiting for us always. They just need 1 or 3 to reach out to them again, even if it's just to fight, to touch them once again. Holy shit, is that the ending? Oh, yep, that's the ending. Yeah, there it is. AVB the writer. She is, oh my god, out of this world incredible at what she does. Wow. Oh, special thanks to Christine Love. That's so sweet. Another very good trans video game creator, and she's working on, oh my gosh, she's working on this game right now, which looks super exciting. Oh, and of course, thank you. That's adorable. I've said it before. I love it when at the end of the credits they have that little thank the player at the end. God, that's the absolute best. Well, thanks so much for joining me. Thanks for tuning in. If you're watching this video later, also thank you. We'll be back with something. I didn't expect to finish the game right here, then and there today. At least with this route. I'll play the other routes for sure, because that's definitely one of those games where I think, you've got to get every route. That was definitely true of the game that came before it. But thanks so much for tuning in, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Bye now.